Live. We should be live now. The Game Awards 2023.
Woo!
So exciting. So excited. All our games getting snubbed this year, but I am legitimately looking forward to hopefully some announcements. I saw a thing pop up yesterday. Oh, got chat over here. Forgot to hit that up. I saw a thing yesterday that was apparently supposedly like a screenshot of a ticket saying that Sega has some sort of big announcement for some big franchise this year. I almost shared it yesterday, but I was like, I can't tell if this is photoshopped or not. So
Wait and
um,
see.
yeah, wait and
Been
see.
spoiled enough.
I was
I
like,
know
yeah,
you.
let's not do that.
I know you posted something. It's not going to get announced. It was announced, but about the Jet Force Gemini coming to
Yes. Yep.
the Nintendo Switch Online, which I was dope for. I need to now get a 64 controller because I guarantee you the model. It's just
100%.
I played the crap out of the game growing up, but I'm like, I don't know how you adapt that to a modern control scheme. Because even when I played it as a kid, it was terrible on the 64. It was not the best control scheme, and it definitely didn't age
Right.
well. But it's still a
So
fun game.
yeah, no, I agree, obviously, and it's the same with like GoldenEye. But here, I'll tell you this: trying to play GoldenEye on the Switch with a Pro controller is even worse than playing GoldenEye with the 64 controller.
Because it just wasn't designed with that in mind.
100%. Yep.
So
So that's the way to go. Grab one of those 64 controllers, or a better recommendation, grab it's called Brawler 64 by Retro Fighters. You probably remember them because I've covered their stuff on the channel before. They did like those new GameCube
oh yeah.
controllers. They've actually just sent out their Dreamcast controllers that they just launched. So I'll be covering those, but I recommend it. They're cheap. They're cheaper than the 64 controller, and they feel better, and they work the same way that the 64 controller works. It's got the same sort of technology and innards going on. So
That's dope.
when I played GoldenEye, that's what I did. I used that, and I compared to the 64 online controller. I was like, yeah, definitely better. So
Definitely.
let's go. You ready for a long, fun stream, Mark?
Let's see how it goes.
I hope you ate something.
I don't
You
have any
remember
alcohol in
last
front of me,
year?
so I gotta do this sober, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I just got some beer for tonight. I haven't been drinking much for a while, but I was like, this is gonna be a long stream. I gotta keep myself preoccupied somehow.
No, I don't drink. Plus, I gotta work in the morning, so it'd be bad to start drinking now.
I gotta work in the morning too. All right.
I do think it is. Look at the list. I don't know. She's talking, but there's a timer. It still says like another 30 minutes for the Game Awards. So
30 minutes?
yeah, on the top right, it has a little countdown. So I assume
Oh,
it's
that's
30
weird.
minutes. 30 minutes of whatever pre stuff they're doing. I don't know.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I don't remember them doing that last year, but they did actually say on all their stuff 7:30. So, oh well, they'll do some like talking with developers and some
Probably.
stuff. Probably, I'm sure.
Hopefully, we don't have a 30-minute speech like we did last year.
Oh God, yeah, that was bad.
I was like, good for you, man. This speech is going on way too long. And that's what I saw afterward. There was like, this is like way too long of a
Everybody,
speech.
that was funny. Yeah. So you playing anything right now or here recently?
Once I got my new computer built, I went back and started playing Cyberpunk 2077 after the 2.0 update and the Phantom Liberty dropped.
Yeah.
They'd made a lot of change. Like the base game has changed a lot, like how they do the skills and stuff.
So I've gone back and played the base game, but I have not played anything Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, I'm in the process of playing through the game again to do Phantom Liberty because this is the first time I played it since launch, and outside of it being buggy at launch, it was a fairly good, if not short, game, at least compared to what I was expecting. And I've also finally within the past 2 days, I finally watched and finished Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Took me a year to finally get around to watching
right?
it. I don't know if I could ever see myself watching it again. It's good, but just so depressing.
It is.
I'm like, this is just
where
like
I'm at too.
maybe when I was younger, I would have really enjoyed the depressing show. But
Oh, that's
like,
kind of cool.
Oh man,
Brothers remake. That was a good game.
We just ignore the whole trailer.
Oh well, we're commentating on it.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's a good game.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think the 2.0 update, like all the stuff they did
Made a
to
lot of
it,
good changes.
it did. I
It just
agree.
means a lot of builds pre 2.0 are just not good. When I was looking for some help with making certain builds, I was like, "Oh, this doesn't work at all. I gotta find a new 2.0 build." Oh, that's
Yeah.
not surprising. When does Nintendo not win some family award that nobody cares
Oh,
about?
so it did start, but I think it's like the
Or they had
main
some timer up there that wasn't supposed to be up there. I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
maybe because it's gone, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's weird. Why is there another timer up there?
I was gonna say everything said 7:30, so I felt
Yeah, I
crazy.
think it's a toss up as far as the game of the year goes. I think it's a toss up between two games between Baldur's Gate and Zelda, but I'm pretty sure Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna win
Um,
by a landslide.
as much as I want Zelda to win, because
It's
that's
such a
my
better.
game of the
I'm
year,
sorry, Baldur's Gate 3 is just a better game top to bottom. As
it's
much
a good
as you
game.
might be a Zelda fan,
It's a good game. I
it is.
absolutely think it's a 10 out of 10 game for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. I know that Zelda. I'm like 99% sure Zelda is not going to take Game of the Year. Baldur's Gate 3 is
If
it's
Baldur's Gate
still good.
wasn't there, I think it would have a strong chance to win. But with
I think the other thing is that like Tears of the Kingdom is amazing, but I also think it's like not a big enough. There's a lot different from Breath of the Wild, but I don't think it's a big enough difference in the
from what,
game to make Game of the Year again. Because Breath of the Wild was Game of
yeah,
the Year. Whatever year that came out, 2017 or whatever,
and I
2018.
don't know what I talked with you before, but playing through that, it felt like that was always the game they wanted to make for Breath of the Wild. But I
Yeah,
feel like they wanted to test the waters because Breath of the Wild's story is kind of not very deep, at least compared to Tears of the Kingdom, and it just feels
mhm,
like it's kind of the same story, but it's just kind of like we wanted to see how this kind of game would work.
yeah.
Plus, we already have the foundation built for it. Now we can do the game that we always wanted to do. It's kind of what it felt like, at least to me, anyways.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree. It felt like that was a lot of stuff they probably did want to do with the Breath of the Wild, and it doesn't feel like the sort of difference of Ocarina of Time to like Majora's Mask. Sure, it's the same engine, same skin, everything, but that actually does feel like a different game, if that
Well,
makes sense.
this feels like a more in-depth, like they just needed the extra time to either develop it or plus they didn't know how well it was going to do. So like, let's see how this does. And if it does, then we'll move forward. I think their next game will probably follow the same formula as moving forward. I can't see them going back to what they used to do, but I don't know. That's just an opinion.
Yeah, I don't know that we're getting another, Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess style game anytime soon. Now, I think we'll definitely for sure keep getting 2D Zeldas. Like, I think we're probably going to get another remake. So, like, probably like the Oracle of Ages Seasons games or something along those lines. But I think we're going to keep, I think it's going to be a solid rotation of 2D Zelda, open world, 3D Zelda. If that makes sense. Because I
No,
don't think
yeah.
they could ever do away with the 2D. Like, Link's Awakening remake. Like we would have got a 2D Zelda whether we got that remake or not. There would have been something else.
But
And
I feel like a lot of their 2Ds are going to be remakes of old games or harder to find games.
yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I
like
hope
I
they
assume the
remake the Oracle
Oracle
games.
would be in prime for remake that is going to sell. A lot of people probably haven't played it. It's kind of hard to play Game Boy games now.
Yeah, no, I,
Plus,
I agree.
and people have their own opinions on it, but this definitely feels like a hard, as far as Nintendo's concerned, a hard reset of the timeline. Like I don't feel like this with the story that this game had. It
Which
feels like they
timeline?
are completely detached from every other game as far as like I think they needed a hard reset of the timeline, but and I might be wrong. It just feels like they just are going to be like,
Yeah,
we're going to reference all this stuff, but this is a hard brand new story because I got before the game came out, and even when I first started playing, the whole Skyward Sword feel to it. But then
yeah,
it goes back to the very beginning of Hyrule, and you've got a whole thing that you've never seen before. So to me, it just feels like a hard reset. But of course, everyone likes to have unique hot takes. This
yeah,
probably the
yeah.
coldest as you could take is the simplest solution is they're just resetting everything because it got too convoluted and confusing, and it feels like a lot of the early games weren't made with a timeline in mind, and then they just kind of forced everything into a timeline.
Well, I mean, aren't a lot of games like Nintendo series that start out on the NES that way though?
They didn't have long-term plan. They didn't know how well it was going to go, and then just kind of
Exactly.
just
I don't
made
think any of
games.
these series started. The only one I can think of is maybe Pokemon, but even then, like, because it had more of a story than most of those games, and it was on the original Game Boy, and it had less to work with than even the NES.
Yeah, but it was the story is so bare bones there.
It
Like,
it is. That's what I'm saying. Like that's even Pokemon's pushing it, but
even
like I get
Pokemon game to game for the most part, it's completely outside of Black and White 2, and then the like Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon. There's no real continuing story from game to game.
right. Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, you can make something up with all the in between stuff, but like it's not. It's just not there. It's not the priority of the game.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I was thinking in my head. One of the first things I thought was like Metroid, because Metroid's the same way. Like, they didn't have a long term plan, even up to
They kind of the original 5 games.
kinda.
The way the games, how long it took them to come out, they could kind of build a story because they were kind of vague to some degree. But I think it worked out with them with as far as the story.
Probably better than some franchise. Because I mean, like Metroid 2 didn't come out that long after the first Metroid.
Metroid 2 doesn't have a story. It's just kind of a handheld game of the same. Like the first 2 games of Metroid don't really have much of a story. Like, let's be
It's
honest.
the return of Samus.
That's where the story really starts. But I thought 5 really took a turn I didn't expect as far as the story went. I thought it was a really good game from gameplay and
I mean, most of
narrative
them are
aspect.
good games. I can't. The only few I can think of that aren't like super solid are like I don't know, Federation Force.
Which no one
Other
acknowledges.
M is like hit or miss. I like it, but it's like not the greatest game
The
ever.
more I look into Other M, the more I see where some people are coming from. But I'm like, the issue that I had wasn't necessarily the story, because it kind of humanizes to some degree Samus. Like, yeah, she's this badass, but she obviously didn't start off this way.
Right.
The issue, what I didn't like about it was the gameplay. I hated the gameplay. The mix between 2D, 3D, between first person and side scroller.
I see that they were going for, but it did not execute well at all.
I didn't, and I obviously I don't remember the name, but the creators kind of, you get the feeling he kind of doubles down the story, and like I get it. It makes sense with the greater concept of the Metroid world. Like I don't have a problem with it. I just think the game's terrible to play.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
I feel like
when it came out, I liked it a lot, and then shortly after, I was like, man, why do people hate this game? I replayed it again, like I think probably that year that it came out. I was like, I sort of see some of the stuff, like Nintendo Power even. I think gave it like an 8, and that's Nintendo Power.
Yeah, I mean the story's great. I liked what they did with the story. Well, there's a few things I didn't like, but it really comes down to how they force. I have to do what the dude says, which limits your gameplay. That I do agree with.
Yep.
But for the most part, you get more of her background. I thought it was the story for the most part. You could tweak a few things here or there, but some narrative choices were clearly made with the gameplay in mind. So I'm like,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's not a perfect game, but I think it got far more hate than it probably should have.
I think so too. I've definitely played way worse games. I think being that it's Metroid, like for a Metroid game, it was.
And the Prime series still neatly falls into, for the most part, the greater story. Because I think it. You get some pushback, but I'm pretty sure Prime is technically canon with the timeline. It just falls in between 2 different games.
It was only the first game that they were trying to say it wasn't technically canon, right? Like after the first game, people were like, "Oh, this is like its own like made up thing," and
that's probably how it started. But it fairly neat compared to how half the games in the Metroid series don't have much of a story. You can make it fit, and it just kind of fits. I feel like the future of Metroid's probably the Prime games, just with the nature of gaming as a whole. But
I can see
because it's hard to see another side scroller, because that was the end of the official like timeline, the 5th game that ended that story.
Oh, we're getting another side scroller, dude. It's the same with Zelda. Like we're not gonna ever stop getting the 2D.
So you feel like the main story is gonna move to whatever they're doing with the Prime series.
But did you finish Dread? We are definitely getting a new 2D game. Did you finish it?
No, yeah. because
Okay.
I mean
We're
that's
definitely-
how you got to know all the lore and the story. And it's a good game, but maybe I'm biased with modern gaming. I think when done right, 3D gaming is just always going to be better personally.
Ooh, I
Uh,
don't know, man. I love 2D games. I'm not sure. So I will
I don't
tell
know,
you what just
that's a
for sure
personal
solidified
preference.
the 2D love for me, and it was the first game to win an award. Super Mario Brothers Wonder was the best 2D platformer in that style I played in years. I mean, years. The game is so good. Like, and you might think, oh, it's just another Mario game. It's really not.
And I do.
Which is why
I haven't played a
I
new
knew it
Mario game in years.
because you don't like Nintendo.
It's the same
It
game
just
every year with a
PC.
new tweak. Like you played one Mario side scroll, you've played them all.
And to be fair, we have actually had a new 2D Mario in like 5 or 6 years. Original one, not the port from the Wii U, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's a platformer. There's only so much you can do with a platformer.
right. But this does some super unique stuff to Switch. I had the same thought, like, what the heck else can you do? But I don't know. This game did it right. You just gotta play it. The gameplay's there.
I don't
Super
get
solid, fun to jump in and out of gameplay with like crazy power ups to do like really new. Like essentially, the game you might hit a power up or a point in the game where the game switches from a side scroller to like an up and down like style game where you're instead of going to the side you're going. I don't know how to explain it, but it's unique. We got a spam comment in here.
No, it's just I don't know. This is just an award for an award's sake.
Seems like it. I like her dress though. It's a cute dress.
It's a racing game. I don't care. Racing games are not my thing. I remember playing NASCAR. And I just immediately turn around and caught massive pile of bricks.
Okay, NASCAR.
That's how I
is
play
not-
racing games.
NASCAR
But
is-
it could be any game. I'm trying to make a massive crash. That's all I care about.
Do you remember when me and you used to play NASCAR 98 here on the 64? All we did was crash the cars.
God, that game did not age well at all.
No, it certainly did not. We were actually just talking. So funny enough, I just got a bunch of pictures today because we started going through some photos, and I wanted to get pictures when I had the Game Boy playing that and the GameCube because I specifically remembered those. Well, I didn't find those yet, but I found pictures of me playing the Sega Dreamcast, holding up Ocarina of Time. What else did I find? Oh, Croc on PC. And there's something else on PC that I found. I remember I played a lot when I was a kid. We actually played PC games a lot, surprisingly.
Like what, Roller Coaster Tycoon? That's like the only
Yeah,
PC
kind of
game.
stuff like that.
Roller
but
Coaster Tycoon and Age of Empires are the only PC games I remember playing.
I played,
And
yeah,
like-
I played
like a-
Age
like
of
a Zoo
Empires. That was
Tycoon.
another one. Hey, what's up, Bryce? Sir, believe I found them. Yeah, my brother did find them. But I've been trying to find all that stuff for a long time. And no luck on the Game Boy and GameCube stuff. But the Ocarina of Time was a surprise because I didn't know that I had a picture of that. It was pretty cool. Is this a Disney game?
Oh, I think I've seen stuff for this game. It's something to do with hearing loss.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like most indie games, I probably won't play it. With my limited time, I'm very picky with games.
Rude.
This is why I go back and continue to play the same 10 games constantly.
Yeah, sounds like it. I'm gonna just go play the same game I played for 20 years.
Hey, it's a test compared to like half the games. It's hard to find a game that you just want to keep playing over and over again.
I'm just gonna go and play some StarCraft 2 and call it a day.
Nah, no thank you. Then again, it's so bad was in my mind. It took me, like the first Zelda game I actually played was Breath of the Wild. That's crazy to me.
What? Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
Never had Zelda games growing up. Never played them.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
I grew up playing Metroid games because I grew up playing a mixture of Prime and Zero Mission, kinda, but it was technically Metroid Fusion.
Yeah,
those are like
crap
my
out of
first
Fusion.
Metroid games because they came out about the same time, so I played both of them.
I don't know if you remember this, but when you got Fusion, I borrowed it from you after played and beat the game, and then I think I got it shortly after that or something. But yeah, I played and beat.
Fusion took me forever to beat the first time.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
know
there
if
was
I actually beat it. I got to the end.
once I beat the
I
game,
actually beat the very
it was
end
so much
of it.
easier on subsequent replays. But there was a point in the game where you have the whatever the spider boss it is that comes down. He wasn't the issue. It was the Samus X chase immediately after was always a pain for me to get
Yeah,
past.
and what wasn't there a countdown, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the ones where you
Yeah.
just had to run away,
I don't
obviously.
remember that. Yeah, it was like 3
Because the
minute
final boss
countdown or
fight,
something.
I never had problems with. I don't
Yeah,
believe these
I don't
people.
even remember where I had an issue back then. I've since played and beat it as an adult, but yeah, what a game, man. That's such a good game. I think Dread potentially tops that for me because Dread is, I mean, Dread's a good game, dude. Like, it's just very, very solid. Feels great. Controls are great.
I just always had a preference. I don't have a problem with the side-scrolling Metroid games, but I just preferred the 3D more. I preferred the Prime games personally, but that's probably just
No,
I
I do
grew up.
too.
I
do
grew up
too.
primarily playing those games, so that's probably affected my opinion of them.
I mean, my favorite Metroid game is a Prime game, so yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on
What's the
that.
best esport of it? What a pointless award.
Yeah,
That's
that's
such a
really weird.
subjective thing. Like if you didn't go to
I'm
any
gonna
of
go
those,
with
what
Blast
opinion are you
TV
gonna have?
Paris. I'm gonna go Blast TV, whatever the heck that is. Yeah, I don't know about all that. There's some
That's gonna
ridiculous
be one of the
awards in
top
here.
3, I have to guess.
Best esports game. Oh god, who
I played
cares?
Valorant. It's just
I
another
tried it.
rehash
I
of,
tried it.
of every other game on that list.
Dude, all those are the same at this point. Like I haven't seen anything unique or
Best
it's
esport. I don't
since
know any of these
Fortnite and PUBG popped up. Everything's been a clone of a clone. You know what I mean? It's like let
Pretty
me
much like, oh,
improve
it worked
upon
the first
Fortnite.
time. Let's copy and
Exactly.
paste it.
But it does work for him. Look, Valorant just won. So,
You stream froze a little bit,
oh, lovely.
or it's loading.
Good times.
That did a huge catch up. I noticed.
Yeah.
you just skipped like 2 minutes ahead in the stream.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I was watching it on my side and I slowly watched as the stream that I saw was getting ahead of yours.
Good times. We decided to not go with OBS on. Yeah. So
That's a Steam game.
how's your day been, Mark?
Not too bad.
There we go. Okay, cool. You're back.
Just waiting to get to the weekend. Plus the holiday season, like the week before Christmas, I've got that week off, and then the week of Christmas and New Year's, like I work like 3 days in between and after, so essentially 3 weeks where I'm not really doing any work at all. So,
well, that's cool.
Catch up on a lot of stuff.
All right.
Trying to get back into watching some anime because I just don't hardly watch it at all. But
I can't think of the last thing I watched. I think it actually was like Edge Runners or.
It was for me because I just finished it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think that was the last thing I watched.
I could have watched it in like 2 days, but
terrible.
I didn't want to binge it too fast. So I would limit myself to like 2 episodes a day and then go back and do something else. I just watch way too much YouTube.
I watch too much YouTube. That's the problem.
I do like most of like 80 to 90% of what I watch is just YouTube videos. Like I just pull up YouTube and just watch.
No, it's the same for me. Like I don't watch TV. Hey, what's up, Trey man? Having some some stream issues here. I'm about to knock that down to 720. It's set.
You might just have to just
Yeah, I mean I don't know that it's gonna change anything, but we'll try it.
Game coming from him in 2024. Special shout out to Sam.
We'll see what happens. Trey, he knows all about the stream issues.
Yeah,
lots of stream crashes out there and all kinds of stuff happening.
If they stream, it's doing fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can change on
That's
here.
okay. All you're missing right now is a Starfield commercial, so you're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're definitely okay.
A game that I've heard is just bombed terribly.
Oh, I played it at launch day, man. I was pumped for that game and
oh no,
very let down.
It's like a mic. I don't know, some kind of ad. Oh, it's a Samsung commercial. Never mind.
Man, goodness gracious, come on.
Samsung's now getting into the.
Well, sorry guys, we are trying to work this out here. Might have to cut to a different stream, see if there's somebody else's that. Good times. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times I click to go back live; it just stops again. We'll see what happens here. See if it continues to play.
Yeah, hopefully it does. There's no more buffer issues. Another Persona game.
Persona 3 Portable.
I could just I knew it was Persona just from the music. That's kind of sad. The only Persona game I actually beat was 4, I think. I just couldn't get into Persona 5.
Yeah, it's.
I played that on the.
I was hyped up to be, but I don't think. Also, don't think it's a bad game. I think it's pretty good.
I played 4 exclusively on the Vita too, and that was just because I had a lot of dead time.
Oh, you played Golden? Persona 4 Golden on the Vita?
Yeah, that's the full game one. Yeah, because I got that plus the
really
musical
game.
version.
That's my favorite. Oh yeah, Dancing All Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at those rhythm games, but I like playing them. I just play them on
too.
I played on the easiest setting.
Dude, all of those like Samba de Amigo, and then obviously the drum game.
Oh, the taiko drum. I love it, but I'm terrible at it.
I've got the drum, and I haven't got to use it yet. I still don't have one of the games on Switch, but yeah, as soon as I get one of those, I'm gonna test that bad boy out. You bought the one of the drums too, right?
Yeah, it's the. I think it goes for anything, but it's for the. It's the one for the Switch because that's what I got the game on.
Yeah.
But I think they only sell that accessory I think in Japan because the box I had to buy it from like Japanese Amazon or something like that.
They do, yeah. So like the official one is only in Japan. You're right, and then there's a company here that
because it's an official
local to Ohio.
It's an official Nintendo authorized drum.
Yeah, by Hori.
But it's just a USB plug-in. Like it doesn't really matter.
So I wonder if it'll work for other Not that I have any of those.
It might. It's a USB plug-in. But I don't know if it would work because it's got the buttons are the Nintendo Switch buttons on the actual drum. But
I gotcha. Interesting. Let's switch this over to this monitor and see if that helps any.
I completely missed what Persona game that was.
Yeah, god dang it! Yeah, I was messing with.
We started talking about Persona, and I just completely ignored what game that actually was. Oh well.
Yeah, I
probably not gonna play it.
I'm pretty sure it was just 3 portable. We already knew about it.
It might have been advertising. There's been stuff we already know about. It's early on. They're getting all the awards no one cares about out of the way, and usually a bunch of ads for some indie games.
Right. Man, goodness gracious! Really should have did OBS. Well, we know next time not to do a stream. I think it's pretty fine quality wise if you're not showing something else on the screen. But I mean, it's just not as good as OBS being able to control everything. This sucks.
This feels more like it's a
long enough live that if the issues continue, I'll just go ahead and start setting it up in the background on OBS and switch over.
Maybe if you go back enough in the stream, it'll have time to buffer. Hopefully.
Yeah, we might try that in a minute.
I don't know if it's a stream issue or it's just a buffering, like a network issue.
I might actually have you try to pull it up on your end because all you do is show it as a presentation. If that makes sense.
I mean, if you wanna try, I only know Iron Mouse on that list.
Iron Mouse.
Yeah, it shows it. Only one of those that I know.
Because Iron Mouse is animated, and sadly, we're not in the Matrix yet. But she did send us a message. Take it away.
It's not Anna. She's a VTuber, which means it's a person behind a camera with a virtual thing in front of her.
First and foremost, I want to express my deepest heartfelt gratitude to the.
But I know she has some kind of like health condition.
Who does?
Iron Mouse. So like it's
Iron
like,
Mouse right here.
Yeah. Like she's got some kind of a.
It's a VTuber.
Yeah. Well, VTubing's taken off.
Yeah, I still don't get any of it myself, but yeah, I know it has for sure.
Okay, that's.
We're getting so close to the big show, but I'm not ready to let go just yet. And no, I'm not a narcissist. I'm just a hoarder of world premieres. And
I am so confused on.
15 years in the making.
That's not what I wanted. Not trying to break immersion, but I was trying to do.
Oh, to pull it up.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Like was messing around and like it.
So you would add it in. I think it's just share screen. That's it.
I don't see that option though. Oh, the share screen. That's
Yeah,
okay.
screen share. That's all it is.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, so like over here on the side, obviously, if I can see any of this stuff.
There you go. They got.
Yeah, okay.
Let me get rid of that other one.
Is yours showing in 4K by chance? Not that this shows 4K, but I'm just trying to match it to the.
It's auto. It's an auto. It's a 1080 right now, probably because
Okay.
it's doing some other stuff.
Let me try to switch yours real quick. Looking it over. Oh, we got chats and all that. Dang.
There was the. I think I remember that.
It's the underscore pop up. So we'll switch back over to mine for a sec.
Hopefully, it's good enough for you.
Yeah, it should be. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Just you're making it work. Hopefully, it'll be fine. I haven't had huge issues with my network connection before, so
You have or haven't?
I haven't. I'm wired in, so unless my internet goes down, it should be fine. Hopefully.
All right, cool. Now I'm trying to remember.
It's a whole new computer, so it runs a lot better, and I like it. So I don't have
Nice.
6-year-old hardware, so that's probably part of it.
It might help.
The Game Awards show that's
Might help a little
minutes
bit.
away. We have one more
Oh, we
hero
got double
premiere,
voice
a
going on
brand
here.
new
Hopefully the volume's fine. I try to
There's a Persona
put it,
3, 4, and 5,
you know.
and tonight
We got doubled audio going on because I think you
Let's do this.
somehow. Wait, is it okay now? It's okay now.
I was like, I don't hear anything on my end, but that might just be because of how my side's set up.
Yeah, it's good now. Cool.
I don't know what game this is.
This looks like anime creator RPG 2.0 from Atlas. It's Atlas, so that's something good.
I'm more like, is a game would look like this, or is it gonna be like a? Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a new. Is this a new Shin Megami game?
Maybe.
This is a
I don't
new
know.
Shin Megami for yeah, 100%. 100%. No way. Already? Wow, we just got the one on the Switch like not long ago.
Is this a
What,
bigger
like-
one?
A year ago, maybe? Yeah,
Was that new on?
that was
Here,
a
is that new
brand
from
new
US?
game. That was I got the collector's edition right behind me. It's right here, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh. It's a series I've never played, so I don't know a whole lot about it.
Well, if you haven't played a lot of Persona, like it's a more complicated, crazy
Like a-
in-depth Persona, and like
Persona
very
with a-
dark.
Persona with a better story.
Kind of.
It's not
They're
high-
all
it's
like
not a high school
apocalyptic, doom, death, craziness.
I'd say maybe I'll check it out, but that's a very big.
They're also like Pokemon too. They're also like Pokemon because you like capture monsters and like use them in the fights. and
Oh yeah.
They literally call it like the dark Pokemon. I swear to God, you look it up on the forums.
Oh,
They were always
metaphor-
calling it like the evil or
It said,
metaphor.
yeah, it's a metaphor. So
It-
maybe it's
It said Shin Megami Tensei down there in the corner for a
well,
second.
it said from the creator of
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that, or the
So
director.
maybe
or
it's
somebody.
like a whole new Atlas game then.
Last you'll see of me, I'm staying
It looks like it, yeah.
It looks cool.
cannot
Looks
wait
cool.
because this show is
I'm down
absolutely
for a new JRPG.
Lots of big awards, even more
Not that I have time to
Sometimes
play.
I
They're always
like-
100 hours long, but
I like JRPGs because I went through and replayed
of both the stage and screen. Muppet
what is the
himself,
game called?
the great Gonzo. I have to admit,
anime creator waifu 2.0.
No, it's gonna kill me.
based on the Fallout franchise,
Is it called?
an exclusive new look at the series. The Vault
I don't know.
in a huge way.
somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, you're here somewhere.
Sorry, I got a bad memory. It was the Tale. I went back and
You
replayed
guys
the
know
Tales of
what's
Rise.
great? Brandon, you should put your creepy 4-year-old clown costume as your logo. Trey, man, are you still in here? Wait, what do we agree on? What, Bryce? What do you agree on? I just saw that we had a bunch of comments over there. I apologize. Mark, if you see anything, click over here. Perhaps like I click off the comments, messing with something else. Just...
It's not. It glitched out on me a while ago. I don't want to reload the page.
Okay, because I have to like manually put the comments up.
Yeah, it's the tab where it's supposed to be a while ago. It stopped popping up for me.
You gotta, you gotta click it, right?
No, it was live and then the box aired out.
What?
It
That's
won't. It
weird.
did. Yeah, and I didn't want to hit reload and have the whole web page.
Great. Yeah, that's not good. Well, hopefully I can try to remember too many things here.
It seemed like a restream issue, but
Jeff Keighley's on the screen. I'm scared.
at least
Oh, let's take the chat. Yeah, Trey, I have to manually, so I can actually add it into the video, but it takes up more real estate. So I was trying to avoid doing that for you guys, but I can maybe like pop it in every now and then or something.
fair enough.
Yeah, because I've got to like manually put the comments up on the screen, which is another bummer. Using this
Pros and cons.
pros and cons.
Things we play are insanely special, and we're going to celebrate that for the next few hours. And we've got such.
You say few hours?
Yeah, dude. Do you remember how long this was the last? We streamed for 4 hours last time.
Was it be like we could?
But we also covered like last year. They had like a full pre-show. And we did that too. So I don't know,
Yeah.
like a 45-minute pre-show or something.
Well, it's only 6 o'clock for me, so it's not too bad.
Meanwhile, it's 8 o'clock over here, and I also got to work in the morning.
Yeah, they're all out in California, so they don't.
I
care.
know. Now, hopefully, it's not like crazy. I already anticipated like 3 hours. Or whatever,
You know what? If I had the chance to go up and make a speech, I would do. I would time a 30-minute long speech just to be that guy. Like I'm gonna make them yank me off stage.
That says chat. 2 people saying the chat's coming in. Like, I have the chat on the screen, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it must be. You both are on YouTube, so since I'm running through a third-party service, I can't exactly see what's happening on YouTube, unfortunately. Yeah, so there's probably going to be like a little bit of a delay.
I guess
Next time, I'm probably not going to do something like this on here. Probably just stick with OBS. You just way more options too.
Yeah, you get more comfortable with it. Hopefully by then you'll have a proper computer.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Hey, that's I'm good luck, good wishes, and I'm trying to be
Best of luck.
I'm trying to be an arse about it.
Oh
yeah, you see him? He put the watch up like, yeah, I'm not gonna go along this time. Like everybody knows.
Yeah, do you remember him last year? He's the one that did
forever.
it. Yeah, he's the one that took forever. I can't believe they brought him back.
He's a great actor, but he took way too long in that speech.
He also looks like a different person.
Boy.
Now he looks like the guy from Moana. The guy with all the tattoo. You know what I'm talking about, the Disney movie?
I haven't watched Moana, so I don't know.
Okay. What's with the music?
They're messing with him.
Oh. I was like, what's going on here?
Like they're trying to force him off stage. I think they're playing on the joke from last year.
Oh.
Is the audio loud enough for you?
Yeah, I mean, I can turn it up just a tad on my end, actually.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
My speech was
think.
actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign.
Oh.
Only I played a Call of Duty game.
At least he's playing on the crap he did last year. I like it.
Another company I'll never work for.
EA's trash.
The award for best performance.
I can't believe he just straight up crapped on him.
Everybody else does.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just shocked.
These actors delivered 6 unforgettable performances.
Boy.
And here are the nominees.
I think it's hilarious they brought him back. Yeah, I still have to play Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
I'll get around to it in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I like Idris Elba. If I'm assume I didn't mispronounce his name.
Oh, you missed.
He's such a good actor. Period.
He's
hard to see anything he does is gonna be bad. But I haven't got to the Phantom Liberty portion of Cyberpunk yet, so I can't really say for sure.
I'll tell you who is.
And of course,
Very
he's not
overrated.
there. He's the only one not there.
I'll tell you, he's very overrated.
Who?
What's his name? Keanu Reeves. I think he's overrated.
You take that back right now. That's my boy.
I like him, but I think he's overrated. I'm tired of seeing him everywhere. It's not as bad as it was last year. Last year he was like, I don't know what it was, but it's just was everywhere. I think he's cool, but I don't know.
I think
I got burnt out, especially COVID, man. Like COVID the last year, I would say he was just like everything, dude.
But, I mean, the big thing was Cyberpunk, and he does some of the. I think he hasn't done really a bad movie, unless you count the second and the third. Like it on
He's done a lot of bad movies. Just kidding.
Name one.
No, I like his acting, like movies. I think are great. I think it's everything else. Like people like were worshiping him. Like he's a god or something.
I wouldn't go that way, but
yeah, he seems like he's cool. Oh, Keanu Reeves is great in movies, but he's a terrible actor. He's in great movies, but he's a terrible actor.
I disagree.
Seems like a solid dude though. That's funny. I like that take. Terrible actor. I'll tell you what I liked him in best. That probably what he was like the worst in is the Bill and Ted movies, man. I love those movies.
Oh, those are such good movies, man. What are you talking about? That's his early career right there.
It's good stuff. I love those movies, man. Especially Bogus Journey. I thought that was really good. Now I haven't seen the new one.
I haven't either. I've only seen the old ones.
Yeah, I don't even know if I really want to see it, to be honest with you.
It felt like one of those you're compared to what you've done since.
They were like teenagers and meant to be teenagers.
Yeah, that's like one of those teenage to early 20 college age type movies is what it come off as.
Yeah.
You can't be in your 40s and acting like that again. It just doesn't come off as well. They did it with Dumb and Dumber, and I don't think it did as well.
It's terrible. Yeah. What's funny is that Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. The first way I saw it was getting the movie free when we got Pizza Hut. They gave away DVDs. You could pick the movie you want, and I got Mr. Mom and Bill and Ted.
Oh, you went 1 for 2.
Yeah.
I've never seen Mr. Mom, so I don't know.
It's not bad. It's pretty good, but the new one is pretty good, but it's not like the old one. Yeah, I just don't know if like you could do that the same. Okay, Jeff Keighley, what are we talking about here?
Around some half circles for some reason. Pretty gray and black behind him.
Yeah. What's happening right here?
That's what I'm saying.
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Right.
This is the kind of guy who
be better if you did.
He's been in some amazing and some god awful movies.
Dude, yeah, he's one of those guys. He's like, actually don't like Nicolas Cage that much anymore.
But he'll just do anything. He's like,
yeah,
whatever. It's paycheck.
There's a meme.
Like a meme.
Oh, he just did his all right thing.
Don't do that. Come out and say, pew, pew, pew.
What is that?
Something Star Wars related.
I have a world premiere for you from Austin's own Archetype Entertainment.
I know he's big on Texas.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big Longhorns fan.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's the only redeeming quality.
I like him though. I think he's cool, man.
Yeah.
I've always liked Matthew McConaughey.
God, I remember South Park making on one of their episodes. They riffed on him for doing some car commercial. You know, I was riding whatever this car was before anybody ever paid me to ride in them.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life is a movie that he starred in. It's called The Beach Bum.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, yeah. Most people haven't, but it came out like 4 or 5 years ago. It's not even that old. It's real bad. Really bad.
I think like the first movie I remember seeing him in was Sahara.
Yeah, good movie.
I thought that was a decent movie based off a really good book series.
Just found YouTube emojis. Unfortunately, I can't see them though. It pops up face red heart shape. Is what it says in my chat.
So that means spam him with it.
Spam. My mom has a crush on him. It's like my mom's Hollywood crush or whatever.
I don't know. I might think about sleeping with him too.
Yeah, no.
But only for the money. Only for the money, okay?
Exactly.
I'll be a gold digger. I don't care. $20, $20.
I don't think it matters.
I have no idea what we're watching right now.
I don't either. Something about
Some kind of-
space frogs
yeah.
or something.
Space aliens.
I have no idea. I don't have my glasses on. Something straight out of Metroid, whatever that just was.
Get like some of the.
Dude, that straight up looks like
Animated
Silas from Metroid.
I was thinking like Elysium,
Mountain
or not Elysium, but
Alien?
one of those other alien
Predator?
movies.
Yeah.
That was really weird, made no sense.
Well, which is essentially Metroid.
No, it was the it doesn't have aliens in the title, but essentially it deals with those creatures. I can't think of the name of the movie, and it was terrible. Prometheus.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
What
an
a terrible-
alien. It's the prequel to the Alien movies.
It was such a bad movie.
It's
like,
really bad.
You watch it, like I have
It's
no idea what's
literally
going
the
on.
start of the Alien series. Yeah. It's not a good movie though. I wanted to like it because I like the Alien series, but
I never got into them. Alien, the
I've
Predator
always
for
liked
sure. I never
Alien
got
Predator.
into.
Really?
I never got into them.
Man,
They just weren't my.
I've always loved them. I like that. I like 80s sci-fi stuff.
I like the space sci-fi, but that specifically, I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
I think Arnold really made
The original Predator movie, I think, is the
Predator movie.
only good one, and that's it's just.
I think 2 is good as well. And then there's like
I don't remember.
one other sequel that's really good, which is not even that old. It's a Disney release, but it's violent as hell and like real good.
It just feels like they just milked those movies too much.
They did all that stuff. Any of the 80s, like anything that took off initially, they milked the crap out of.
Wow, they made that trailer look so much better than the gameplay.
They really did. It looks like another generic space sci-fi game.
It wouldn't surprise me that's what it becomes.
It looks like Metroid meets Lost in Space.
I don't know. It said, oh yeah. I don't know that studio. What they've worked on.
Exodus. It's called Exodus game.
Yeah. No, I was looking at the studio. Like,
Yeah, I don't know who that is either. I've never heard of him. I'm gonna grab some.
I'll need to see a lot more on that before I make up my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
World premiere.
World premiere. It said PlayStation. I was like, oh, it's not our next Elder Scrolls game. Which hopefully they don't destroy after the Starfield game. So there's a chair and water. I'm getting some sci-fi medieval feel to it. Oh, yeah, nope. Blue Kratos.
Oh, DLC. We're getting DLC.
With the timeline, yeah, probably is DLC.
So what's funny is I just started back up Ragnarok yesterday because I never beat it. I only got 4 hours into it. Dude, game is so good.
I haven't.
What it was.
I didn't beat the one that came out before that.
Oh, dude, there's
I
some
played
games-
like 2 hours of it and I haven't played it since,
Is this
which
this
is really
isn't-
bad.
Is this DLC? Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
I mean, we'll know for sure by the end.
I mean, there should be. The game came out last year, so by now we'd be getting
With
DLC.
timeline wise, yeah, it's not. Doesn't seem like there's
But
enough time.
deservedly, the game is so dang good. I remember what happened. I stopped playing it. Hey, what's up, Ed? Thank you inside the box on the house. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet launched the same day as that. So I played 4 hours of that and then jumped over to Pokemon because it's Pokemon.
Yeah, it's DLC.
Oh yeah, Valhalla.
December. Oh, so this comes out next week.
Oh yeah. All right, more incentive to finish.
Hey, it's free DLC. You don't have to pay for it.
free. And it's PlayStation doing that? I am shook.
Joke's on you. There's only an hour of content
Watch it. God, I hope.
because it's free.
Let me just say though, that is really exciting, and I am absolutely shocked that PlayStation is making any free DLC in 2023.
Well, it's Santa Monica.
They
but-
they might be beating EA for worst video game company right now because EA is actually doing good, and PlayStation is like a
To be fair,
yeah.
EA is just a developer. PlayStation is actually a company of Sony. They
Which
don't-
is even worse. It's even
PlayStation is the
worse.
equivalent of Microsoft. Like, let's not conflate the two.
I don't know. PlayStation's doing horrible right now. Sony is controlling play. Whatever. I don't know. You're mixing me up now. I just remember you texting me. I've been designing an adapter for my 360 controls. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I want to hear more about that. I love the 360 controller.
Except mine that I have, and it just aged poorly. It's all dirty and stuff. So, got a bunch of permanent gunk I can't get rid
That's why you buy a new one. Actually, Mark, did you see Hyperkin released a new 360 controller for the modern
I
consoles?
didn't. Oh, because I don't know. The only reason I pull out my 360 anymore is to play NCAA football.
Well, no, it's for
Other than that, I don't ever touch my
modern
360.
platforms for PC and
I'll just
Xbox Series.
newer. The Xbox One had a better controller, personally, if you ask me.
What is this?
I don't know.
It looks like my type of game though, because
It was
Mario Brothers
whoever the Untitled Goose Game or whoever people that made this apparently. Untitled.
That's a good game. The Untitled Goose Game is really fun. Super short, but very fun.
You just mess around, have fun.
Yeah, I like games like that.
I wonder if it's multiplayer.
Looks cool. It kind of actually does look cool.
It looks like co-op, but that just
almost
might be
looks
an
like it would
NPC.
be a VR game, doesn't it?
It could be. You know, I would be more into VR gaming if it wasn't so expensive for the initial upfront cost.
I agree. I mean, I've got the PSVR 2, and it's the only VR I've ever owned, and it's great. But now, like the Meta Quest 3 came out, and I'm seeing that, and it's already like this is only 8 months old, and that is like significantly more powerful. You don't have to be plugged in. It has AR as well, so the augmented or mixed reality where you can do both at the same time.
Oh, wow, that's like over a year from coming out.
Super fun, right?
Why
Is
are
it
you
20
promoting it right now? I saw reviewers.
Probably
that
for
I passed.
it's probably like a thing to do with investors.
Makes
It's the
you-
same thing with the what is
Hey,
it?
thanks, Trey. Appreciate you popping in.
The Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't come out to 2025. I'm like, why are you
I
advertising?
know because it's GTA. That's why.
What it is they need to tell investors a new game's coming around the corner, so they keep giving them money.
I could buy that.
I'm
Yeah,
like, that game's
makes sense.
over. Like, that's probably coming out in 2 years. Holiday
It's probably coming out
2025.
December. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
25. Exactly. Yeah. Right. They didn't put the month on there for that reason because it's the end of 2025.
you can make that assumption. Like, okay,
Yeah.
and like if you're telling it for 2 years out, I'm like, this is clearly not for fans. This is more for investors. Or else, why would you advertise it 2 years out in advance? Oh, it just means there's 2 more years to milk GTA Online.
Yeah.
You lost me. with
New
Ubisoft.
Prince of Persia. Oh,
I refuse to give another dime to Ubisoft. I just don't like them as a company.
meanwhile, they are the investors behind the Metroid series.
That would be terrible. I don't like Ubisoft. They just
I'll tell you what, though, it is like
Like,
coming
they-
out
they've-
next week that looks good from them. That I have absolutely zero investment in Avatar. Like, I don't care at all about the movie or anything. The game looks really cool, man. The game looks cool.
the Last Airbender game.
No, not that one. I wish it was that.
You speak of Avatar, like there's 2
I
different.
know.
series.
That's what I think
I hate
too
it so
when you
much.
say that. I think the same thing because I love The Last Airbender, but no.
You mean the
other-
hippie space alien movie? It's not. I didn't like it. I didn't like the first one.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
was terrible. It took him like a decade to make the second movie. I don't know.
Come out yet?
Oh, Prince of Persia.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You went quiet for a second.
Yeah.
No, it
might
was
cut
it
out.
was a Prince of Persia movie. The first one was terrible.
Fortnite. Why are they showing that? They announced this today. I guess just to show a trailer in here.
Because why not?
Dude, I'll tell you what. I don't give a crap about Fortnite, but this looks kind of cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's completely Lego.
I haven't played a Lego game since the 360 days. 360 days.
That's because you play lame games, Mark. That's why.
No, it's not. It's
You
the
don't
Star
play
Wars Lego
anything
games.
good. You don't play anything with, like, you know, actual care and investment in the game. You just play, like, I don't know, World of Warcraft and stuff.
No, the only MMO I play is Elder Scrolls Online, and I'll take 9-month hiatuses from that game.
I saw a guy post the other day in a an Xbox group that he has something like 2,300 hours in that game or something.
for any MMO, if you main that game, it's very easy in an MMO, especially the.
I mean, if that's
the
all
older
you
it
play,
is.
2,300 hours in like
But if you're
less
playing
than
an
6
MMO,
months is,
if you're playing an MMO for that long, it's less the story. It's more the game, the community within the game that you play it for, and stuff like that. You like the game, the people that you play it with, because that's a game that you can play ESO by yourself, but it's 10 times better when you play with other people, like with a guild and stuff like that. Do PvP, do PvE, and stuff like that. That's why those games you get so many hours into it. But that's the same with any MMO. I mean,
okay. Yeah, Ed said he has 2,600 hours in Skyrim. That's not even an MMO.
If
I
I count,
probably have somewhere close in games like that too. But
I probably have at cumulatively 1,000 if you can count all the versions, the original 360, the PS4/PS5. The
yeah,
PC.
same.
If I
same.
found all those hours, I probably at least have over 1,000 hours, but probably not close to 2,600.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it on, I feel like everything, 360, PS4, Switch, and I got it on PS5.
I think I have it on Switch, and I played probably less than an hour on the Switch version. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
That's me with The Witcher 3. The Switch version.
The problem is, if you've ever, the problem is I have both those on PC. You can't go to
Yeah.
the Switch. It's such a downgrade. Like, it's playable on
Well,
PS5.
if you like travel and stuff, then yeah, it makes sense. But for people like us that aren't like traveling with it, we like bought it because we like the games. Kind of pointless.
So yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Some kind of live performance.
Yeah.
I'm here for the commercials.
Is this
The new announcements.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla thing? No,
Probably.
that
It
wouldn't
looks-
no, that wouldn't make sense. It's a
It's Nordic to some degree.
3-year-old game. That's every game on Switch that's not made by the Nintendo company. That's true. That's true.
I have no idea. Probably for a game I don't play.
Yeah. Nah, you don't play anything, Mark.
I feel like I don't have to beaten the second Horizon game.
I haven't either. And I
thought it
got
was
the VR one too, and I beat that
Because
either.
I got it. Plus, I bought it with the DLC, and I thought that was a decent game. I didn't like everything about it, but it's like, okay, everything kind of makes sense. With where the third game's going, I'm kind of interested. I'm interested to see if they're going to continue that after the third game, because it clearly is the penultimate where this story's going with the third game. But like, I see that, like, where do you go after the third game with where the story's going? It feels like that's just going to be it for the Horizon series.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten far enough in the second game, and I know this VR game is set right after that second game, like legitimate story or something. So
Oh, so you're getting spoiled for like the stuff that you have to get well into the
well,
main
that's
story
why
of
I
the game.
want to. Yeah, that's why I want to beat the second game before. I played like an hour of it to try the VR out because that's what it came with. It came with that game.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, and I still haven't gone back to the second game.
I mean,
Which is great. Like what I played is awesome. I love the first game. Obsessed. 10 out of 10 game. But
the second game didn't hold me as much.
dude.
I
That's
guess
what
the difference
everybody has said. Everybody said that about it. I've heard one person not say that.
and it's not a bad game. In a lot of ways, it's better than the
It's
first
not
game.
different. Not different.
It's
enough,
the
right?
it's the unknown of what actually happened with everything. This you're learning a lot of stuff for the first time. The second game, it's just building on top of it. You kind of already know what happened. Now you're kind of filling in details here and there and expanding the lore. So it's not as much of a what's going to happen with the greater world. Like, what's all this lore going on? That at least that's what it was for me.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I think it's like your thing with Tears of the Kingdom, right? Like, I think for me, when I played, I was like, it's great, but it feels exactly like the first game.
It's
like,
more
I
of what
feel
you
nobody-
want.
It's more of what you want, but like, it could have been a second DLC expansion beyond
Once I
like, Frozen
finally-
Wilds or whatever.
I mean, there's enough story there for its own game, and they revamped the gameplay a lot. Like, the gameplay changed up a lot, which I thought was good.
It's fine tuned. It is fine tuned, but
it's more of the first game with new story, new monsters, and it's just refined the gameplay.
Same complaint
not
with
bad.
God of War Ragnarok. Although it still got a 10 out of 10, a lot of people were saying
But
that's
that's-
like the same game, but
you
a
don't-
DLC expansion.
It's kind of when you do follow-ups like that, it's kind of hard to.
It is
revisit
when the
that
game's a
same
10 out of
feeling.
10. What do you do? Make it a 12 out of 10? Like, what do you?
I
You don't
hate
want to
that so much.
downgrade and mess something up, right? Like, you don't want to go too far from the norm to like
But it's-
screw up. Yeah,
It's
I
the
mean,
same
like, I get it,
game
I get it.
with new story. There's not a whole lot you can do to revamp it without potentially change it, but that's just the nature of sequels with any kind of game
I think
series. It's gonna be
I
the
think
same
it
gameplay.
there's a thing, well, I forget what it's called, but like the sequel syndrome or something like that, where
Yeah.
that's the case. Like, how do you follow up like a masterpiece?
You don't play the first game right before the second game. I think that was my issue.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a good game, and I think that all the changes were for the good.
Ed says he's strong chance that Baldur's Gate 3 is the winner.
That's what I'd put money on.
I'm putting
There's
my
no
money.
other game on there that just had the
I
popularity.
want
success.
Tears of the Kingdom to win, but I'm like 9 out of 10 or like 99% sure that it's
I would
not.
say Tears of the Kingdom is a very distant second.
I don't even think it would be second choice. And I want it to be first, but I don't even think that.
Maybe Alan Wake 2, which I
Yeah,
got for
I mean-
free, but I haven't downloaded it.
Yeah,
I didn't play
I
the first
know.
one. I got it for free when I bought all my
Yeah,
parts
yeah.
for my PC. It's like, oh, I got two
Oh,
for
that's
games.
cool.
It was Alan Wake 2 and some other
Everybody-
game.
I know people playing it right now. Like, I know a guy that just wrapped up the game the other day. He said it's so good, dude. He said it's like a phenomenal game.
Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, dude, people were
But
raving
I haven't played the
about that
first
game.
one, so I don't know if I need to play it.
I would say that you don't. I played the first one. I was on 360, man.
So it's a really old game.
Yeah.
But most games, like, 'cause I did it when you played Breath of the Wild 2, you kind of get like a recap, especially if there's been an
No, you
extended
will.
runtime.
Yeah, there was a remaster for the first Alan Wake, so
Yeah.
like you can play it on modern platforms. But yeah, it's like not a new game.
I never played the first one of
Hellblade
this game.
2, that's what it is. Which
Never
is
played-
another game that people. That was like a game of the year contender. The first game was a game of the year contender like 4 years ago or something.
Didn't that get beat out by the first Breath of the Wild?
I
Like
think
the-
you did. I think you did. Yeah, I think you're right. Which is another game that I started, thought it was great, but something else came out or whatever happened in life, and like I stopped it.
Like, this game is great. I'm gonna go back to Borderlands 2 now.
Exactly. Did
Did
you
But
did you see that the ultimate? I think I told you the ultimate is getting brought to Switch. So like that edition they put out for the PS5, it's
That just feels like a
package in,
cash
it's
grab.
upgraded.
That just feels like a cash grab. Let's repackage. If you already own the games, you don't need to buy that collection. They're just reselling it,
Yeah.
put everything together.
Well,
I got
Oscar's
Borderlands-
got like big performance bumps over like the first Switch release. Like it's
I would
not-
hope so. Those played
Yeah, it was-
terrible on the Switch. Like, it's like I can't play it because
But
I
would
bought
you
it to maybe
expect
play it
to run
handheld.
good. I mean, I feel like with Switch, we know the narrative is like nothing's gonna run phenomenal. Surprisingly, Witcher 3 doesn't run bad on the game, but it's not like fast sort of gameplay like Borderlands where the frames really matter like that.
I don't know what's gonna win Best Narrative, to be honest, because there's a lot of good games on here.
Probably Alan Wake 2.
Narratively, there's.
I haven't even
all
played
the
it, but I
games are
feel
good.
like it's gonna be Alan Wake 2 or Spider-Man 2.
I'd say
I heard
Spider-Man's
stories
not gonna
fun.
win.
You don't think so?
It just doesn't feel like the kind of game that would win Best Narrative. I haven't played it, so I don't
Apparently
know.
has a really good story from what I hear. Like the story, like people are talking about like
Yeah, I can see
crying.
this.
towards the end of the story.
For me, like if I had to bet, it obviously Alan Wake 2 win. I'd say either Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate 3, or the Phantom Liberty DLC would have probably won this.
I don't think that one's even runner up. I mean, I think Tears of the Kingdom would be.
It wasn't nominated for Best Narrative though.
Oh, you're talking about narrative. I thought.
Yeah, the one they just did. So I saw that and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
No, I could see that. I don't know much about Final Fantasy. I know there's a lot of good games. I thought 4 of the 5 were good. I just didn't know enough about Spider-Man, but it just doesn't scream like a game that wins these kind of awards. But maybe I'm
It got
jaded
nominated. So.
maybe I'm jaded with 2 decades of Marvel games just not being good.
Maybe.
They've like let's go back. Like
They've
there's
always
some
been very
decent
hit or
games,
miss, very
but
hit
not
or miss.
great games.
Yeah. I would say mostly not good. Mostly not
Overwhelmingly. There's like probably a handful, 5 or less games in the last 2 decades that were actually good.
like the Spider-Man game on PS1.
Only
and
Spider-Man games
64
come to
was good.
mind.
I mean,
No other. It's just Spider-Man games. The only
like
good games they
like
can make.
16-bit games. There was a lot of good ones, like on Super Nintendo and Genesis. There was a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff, but dude literally looks like the OG Max Payne. He kind of does. He kind of has the cheeks of him. I see it. Look at this. Ugh.
Looks like the kind of guy that would sell you a weapon and sell you out to the FBI like the next day. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this is the guy you want, and then
He
you can.
looks. Yeah. He looks like a snitch.
Yeah. like a bad guy and like a minor bad guy in a James Bond villain movie.
Exactly. Basically a snitch. Oh,
Generally, he's
man.
just petting his cat. Oh, Bond, you finally arrived. Look at my shark pit. Look at my shark pit in front of you. You can't reach me. I'm guessing this is something to do with Japan. That's a very I don't know.
I think it's
I might be wrong.
clearly.
This is not even a trailer. This is some my mic. This is some BS commercial.
Dang, you just straight up smacked your mic.
Yeah, I didn't even hit that hard. I was like, oh crap.
I heard
It's all metal, so the sound definitely travels too
Ladies
well.
and gentlemen, Max Payne 4.
That was such a pointless advertisement.
That was really, what were they even advertising?
I have no idea.
Lionheart Game 13 says, hey, buds.
Hey, what's up?
Man.
I said, come to this show. Just show
Ladies
it
and
to the
gentlemen,
audience
Max
and
Payne
fans first.
4.
That's what we're gonna do. We're honored to have her back at the Game Awards. Please
Who is
give
it?
a warm welcome.
I have no
to
idea.
Nakamura.
I'm not sure.
Who is she?
Nakamura?
Yeah, that doesn't.
I know
tell
the
me.
name. Yeah, well, I know the name. I can't think of what's wrong.
She may have been. They said she came back, so maybe she was the one last year.
Maybe, yeah.
The amazing gamer.
She's a gamer, she said.
Hi, Kumi Nakamura desu. Konnichiwa.
Is she even talking?
She is now.
I just heard her laughing.
Probably because she's nervous. She's got to remember that speech.
Oh, she's real nervous.
She's probably trying to remember how to the speech that she had to remember in a different language she doesn't
yeah.
speak.
Probably, yeah.
Thank you. You. All you.
What is happening?
Your support changed my life.
I have no idea.
Today, I am.
Did she do the
Dude, she's been around because I know the name.
what is it? Looks like she did like half the Attack on Titan thing with the hand on the chest.
What the? She's straight. What the?
I have no idea what just happened. She's advertising a new
She
game.
just walked away. She didn't even finish talking. There was like no point made. What is?
Introducing this game
Okay.
is what
I
I
have no
count.
idea what just happened.
It's like I don't know in this. Bye. She's confused. She clearly doesn't really speak English like at all.
Yeah,
Which I get.
fair.
You trying to you don't hardly speak a foreign language and you're trying to do
That'd be
this for
rough
like
for
a
sure. There's no
an
doubt
audience
about
of
that.
people and then millions
Acting
online.
like Ed said, acting like a character from Persona.
I mean, I speak English and I would be nervous in that situation. So like I get it,
Yeah,
Murray.
yeah, but he's kind of right though.
I have no idea what that game's about.
Mark, a long time no see. Missed you on here.
It's not lost on me that all of our
Okay.
games
Yeah, life gets in the way sometimes.
And while we all love a big sequel, it's important. to
Jeff
me
Keighley,
what it's like to
your
create
face,
these
man. I
brand
don't.
new worlds like
Just
what you
don't know
saw
how I
with
feel
Murray
about it.
And like this project.
It's a punchable face.
Basically, what I was trying to say.
I'll be direct. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing.
Private Division.
He makes more money than I.
Yeah, he makes.
I don't feel bad about that. So is this a new Max Payne game? We're going all piratey on it.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
It's a weird turn for the series, but hey, you gotta try something new sometimes.
Hey, yeah. I mean, it might work. You never know. It's.
I've never
I don't
played
know,
Max
what the
Payne
heck
games.
is this? Oh, Max Payne's fun, dude.
I've seen I know a lot of the story. I've seen like live streams.
Did you
of
ever watch the movie Max Payne? Do you
it.
remember that?
Probably not, because it probably was like, oh, it's a game movie. Yeah, I'm not touching that with 10-foot pole.
I think actually, like when that came out, I didn't even know it was a movie based on a game at that point. I
Not
don't
a
think
single game movie's been good, if you ask me.
Dude, did you not
They've
watch
been getting
Mario
better.
Bros. movie?
I guess that's the exception.
Yeah, that one's really good. And Sonic,
Actually-
I mean, I thought Sonic was good too.
I actually bought it. I'm not a big Sonic fan. It felt completely different from the games, I'll say that. The Mario, I mean, I guess they're not terrible, but they're still not a good track record for video games.
No, it's
The
definitely not a good
the
track
TV
record.
series has kind of started to turn some stuff around, but the jury's still out as far as whether that's going to be sustainable.
Yeah, man. Life happens. Glad to have you back, bud. Ed says my DJ Hero turntable came in for the 360, and boo, Mark.
I don't mind.
He's just messing.
I have no idea
What the
what's
heck
going on.
is this game?
It's all like trailer. Is this the same game we were just watching?
I think no rest for the wicked.
Oh, so it's a Borderlands spinoff. Okay.
What?
You don't remember the trailer for Borderlands 2? That's like either the first or second game where it's got the
It
music.
plays a
set to it.
song.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of
What?
games that have used that song.
Oh, God. That's the most famous. Whatever, you ruined the joke.
Tonight during the Game Awards, viewers in the US can
I knew the
joke.
joke before you said it.
Lenovo Legion Go gaming handhelds, a Windows 11 gaming PC in your hand. Head to TGA Legion.
A gaming PC? That's not a PC. I don't know how that works.
In your hands.
That's not a PC, my
Steam Deck.
man.
The Lenovo Go. I think this is the streaming device, though, if I remember correctly. It's not like
Didn't
Steam Deck.
streaming already fail once? We're just not learning.
Dude, they are really trying to push it. They are really. I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
it works
that's the direction
great
it's going.
if
like,
you
no
live in a
matter
big
what.
city with high-speed streaming.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I've got gigabyte internet. Tried streaming. There's still issues, man. Like, and I'm plugged straight in on everything.
No, I will if I can download because when you're dealing with PC, it's all digital, but at least you're downloading locally and you're playing off your own hardware.
It said anything exciting announced yet? Absolutely nothing that I've seen.
No.
I mean that there's one thing that looked kind of cool, but I already forget what it was. Oh, the God of War DLC is cool. I mean, I think that's the best thing they've shown yet.
It's free, so you got that. So if you own the game, you know.
Bruce said amazing. Yeah, cool. I'm glad it's free, man. That's cool. I'm shocked.
But I haven't played the game, so I don't.
I don't know. Was
I'll
there anything
I'll
else?
play.
I don't think there was
I'll
anything.
play him in like 10 years. I'll get around to playing him.
Yeah, right. Forget by then. By then it's old news and nobody cares.
Oh, you know this game was really big 10 years back? I finally played it. It was great. I don't know why I didn't play it earlier.
And you have nobody to talk to about it.
Oh, this the Avatar game you were talking about?
Yeah, it looks cool. It's essentially like a better Far Cry is what it looks like. It looks like a really good Far Cry.
Are there space
I mean,
marines
I
in this
could be
game?
wrong. Like, I don't know anything about Avatar. Like, I didn't.
Do
care
I
for the movie.
get to play as a space marine that just mass murders an alien species?
I
That's
think
all
you
care
do.
about.
Yeah, I think you do. I don't know.
You know, I
know.
hate that
Oh,
sometimes. Like,
sheesh.
I want to be the bad guy in a game for once, and just have the villain win, and I'm the villain. Like, is that too much to ask for? Because I mean, you kind of got the.
I mean, no, I get it. I get it.
what is it? The kill all human games or something like that, where you're an alien. But,
Oh, dude, yeah, those games are fun.
like, I want a big narrative game that does the same thing.
Destroy
essentially.
all humans, Mark. Destroy all
No,
humans.
same thing. Whatever.
Essentially.
What's the? YouTube didn't like it. Oh well.
Oh man, we definitely missed you on here on YouTube, bud. And hi,
It's been a
15
while.
bucks.
Something Discord ad.
What the heck is this?
I'm pretty sure it's a Discord ad.
Yeah, it is.
I can tell by the bottom it's
What,
Discord.
do you play games on Discord or what is it?
Probably some update if I had to guess.
Did you see the update today? I'm not even like active like I should be on Discord, but I got there's a mobile update and it looks entirely different. Like the
Oh,
whole,
I just noticed it. Yeah, I was like, what,
Yeah.
why does this app look so different?
yeah, I gotta scroll through it to see how everything's set up, but it's like completely different.
I'm hardly. I don't
Which is
use
good
it.
because the app was garbage, and that's the only way I used it. The only other way I used it was for the podcast and streaming. Like I'm not on my computer enough. Like I'm gone. I'm home so little anymore. There's like no time just to be sitting on the computer.
Something Muppets. I haven't been interested in since I was like.
It's
5.
Muppets of Duty, didn't you know? It's a Call of Duty spinoff.
Oh, Muppets really took an M rating.
They really did, man. Muppets of War. It's a Gears of War spinoff.
Everybody dies.
Gears of Muppets. Oh, Spawn Wave's live at the Game Awards too. And that's where everybody's at.
Who's not streaming? Like live
5,000
streaming the Game
people
Awards?
watching. Yeah, I know. It's hard to be competitive with that sort of big stuff like that.
Yeah, just having fun on a Thursday
Yeah,
night.
yeah, we're having fun.
Too
I'd
cold and
have
be
watched
outside.
it anyway. What the F is even going on?
I could do this, or I could be outside freezing to death. So
That's right, you do love
I
your
just
chicken.
realized, Ed, that your logo says "Thinking Inside the Box Plays." Is that like a new logo, or is that just for Twitch? Yeah, that's just your Twitch logo.
Well,
I
any
think.
other great gaming
I think I
highlights
do
that you
remember
wrote
seeing
down?
that before.
I think this Muppet's been on screen too long. I've
Yeah, and I don't like
it.
it. The nose is just
Got that TikTok attention
it's
span.
2023. Like the nose is not acceptable. Looks like a little limpy.
I do have something I want to say, but I don't think it's appropriate for
Yeah, probably don't say that. Whatever you were gonna say, don't say it. Oh man, I bet
Like I got
Gonzo
something I
here.
want to say, but I'm like, oh, this is
I mean,
definitely not
yeah, I
appropriate.
think we're all thinking that.
Chicken or egg? There's Minecraft thing on there.
Let's do this IRL.
I don't know. Oh, my neck.
The chicken came first.
Unbelievable. All right.
I don't know, man. I always thought
And
the egg
you need a
counted.
chicken, or the egg
I know,
dies.
dude.
Like if we're gonna do this argument, I'm going with the chicken because the egg on its own can't do anything.
Oh, here's a controversial award right here. Indie.
Cocoon.
No, the indie category. You didn't hear about that? It's
What
about
about-
to show it. Hold on, I'll show you which one it is.
What's so
One of these
controversial
games
about
is not technically. One of these games is not indie. It's by $1 billion studio.
it? Oh,
So
as long as it doesn't win. Which game is it though?
they didn't even show it. They didn't even show it. It's been like the talk of the interwebs for the last. Like,
Also, so they got it pulled, is what you're saying?
I don't know. This is best debut indie game, so maybe it's a separate category. But Cocoon is in whatever. Yeah, because I don't recognize two of these others. So
I don't play
it's a
indie
different
games.
one. But anyway, the indie game is Dave the Diver, and it's like across everything. It was a PC game first, but $1 billion studio like financed the game, like real big game studio.
So an indie studio built it, but the money came from a big
Yeah.
studio backing it.
Sort of. It's still not really an indie studio, but Jeff Keighley tried to talk it away on Twitter. He's like, "Oh, what really is an indie game? Indie could mean a lot of things, like the way it looks." I'm like,
Indie's very straightforward. Independent
indie,
developer.
yeah, exactly. Like, how is that?
It's abbreviated.
Yeah, how do you just get to make up the definition of indie? Like, that makes no sense, man.
That's them having him do PR control. That's all that is.
Oh, 100%. 100%. The other big problem with the Game Awards is the people that select the games are not video game outlets. They are media outlets that may have a video games section or like little category, like the New York Times.
It's
and,
not
like,
gamers essentially. And the people not playing
it's
games.
not gamers. Yeah, no, New York Times is literally one of the media outlets. Like, it's not a video game publication. It's not like specific to games. They should be having. Look, I'd even be up for this. This is independent. Jeff Keighley started this. This was an independent thing. I wouldn't be opposed to having like some of these gaming YouTubers like Spawnwave or like RGT or whatever, like selecting some of the games for the categories. It'd be real simple, real easy to do. But having like people that are in the game industry, like that work in games,
I don't know,
whether
like developers,
media,
people that play the games, people that like
Well,
gaming YouTubers who make a living
Yeah.
playing reviewing games.
Exactly.
People that you actually go to
Exactly.
for game reviews that you trust
right, correct.
their opinion to some degree.
You don't go to New York Times to check out game reviews. You don't
I'm not
go
going
to
to-
Forbes that has a little video game category to check any of that out. Like these big, gigantic,
I
massive.
wouldn't even go to Game Radar or Polygon or IGN.
Indie is a style.
It's Indie's a state of mind. What are you talking about?
Yes.
EA's gonna come out like we identify as an indie studio now. We're gonna put in Call of Duty as a new indie game. Maybe they would get some good PR out of that if they just played into it. Like sometimes, like just
Yeah, who knows? They just showed a commie for some reason. The whole game. This is it. New Energy. This was the Sega thing. Yep, these are all Sega games.
Oh, so
Okay,
Sega's
so
having
this
some
was
kind of-
right. Yeah, this is exactly what I showed you. This is what it looked like. So it was right. I should have posted it. Damn.
So they're
I
doing some
thought it
kind
was
of
a scam.
oh, they're remastering their old games.
It didn't tell us enough info, but it looks cool because it showed like Crazy Taxi and Gauntlet. All right, we're about to find out. I want to hear this for sure.
Do you remember when Sega actually developed consoles?
Oh yeah. Now, typically
Dude,
the world premiere reveals the game, but leaves the Sega
man,
to
I
announce
love the
5
Dreamcast
new
and Saturn.
games in one trailer.
Yeah, they
So
just
Five
killed
new
the
games.
company.
These are new games.
First of the many brand new games
Didn't those games already
developed and
exist?
set for release over the next several years.
Apparently
Thanks to
not.
Sega for that truly
It's a new
incredible
Crazy
announcement.
Taxi?
All right, well, this next trailer
How do
And a
you-
new Gauntlet?
Dragon Ball
It's just a
fans
remake,
really
essentially.
care
How do you
about.
change those games? There's very simple
Oh.
games. They're arcade games.
They should Jet Set Radio too, though. What? Oh yeah, the new Budokai, dude! I am so pumped for this game. So
What?
pumped.
Last time I played a Budokai game was at your house when we were still in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been since I played one of these games.
I don't think we ever got to play the Tenkaichi games together, right? Budokai Tenkaichi.
I don't even know which one it was that we played.
It
I just know
would
it
have
was
been
one of these games.
It would have been Budokai 3, I believe, because it was GameCube. We played it on the GameCube.
I don't remember a whole lot about even what happened. I just know I played the game at your house.
I remember
And
that.
a very handful of things that we found at your house.
Like what? I know what you're going to say, Mark. Don't say it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? about
I
the,
know
the,
what
the box.
Yeah, the box. Oh god.
I'm sorry, I could not like make.
Oh,
sure
this
you knew what I was
isn't even
talking about.
Tenkaichi. This is a new game, Sparking Zero.
So, oh my god, we had some crazy stuff.
Yeah, let's
That was
talk
some good
about
times.
the box.
I'm not gonna go any further.
Please, for the love of God. Oh man.
Oh my god, was Joey there as well?
Yeah, Joey was there.
Oh, I
Joey
feel like-
harassed me for years
I
about it.
haven't talked to him since high school, but man, he was.
Dude,
I feel like he was crazy sometimes about it.
Nah, Joey was crazy about a lot of things. No, I told you not that long ago. His dad passed, so I tried to. I
That is
like
rough.
legitimately tried to get in contact with him, and he's on zero social media, and none of his family except his mom is on one thing but not active. I tried real hard to get in
I don't
touch with
blame
him so
him.
I could. No, I don't either. But I just I grew up with his dad. I wanted to give my condolences, and I have not talked to him since high school.
It is what it is.
So yeah, it's unfortunate. What is this?
It was whoever, same people that created Dead by Daylight made it. So
Oh,
probably getting
God,
something
yeah,
around
I'm not
that- around that
interested.
hole.
You lost me already.
I played it for like 20 hours, something like that, with some friends that when I was at Stewart, we played it for a little bit. But
I know a lot of people love it, man. I tried real hard to get into it, like because I played it multiple times, different periods of time with different updates, and
it's
I
a very
could not get
basic.
into it.
It's a very basic game. Like there's not a whole lot to it, and you just keep playing the same thing over and over again. The casting of Frank Stone.
A cinematic horror experience from the world of Dead by Daylight. Oh god.
So it's not even a game.
No, it doesn't sound like it. It might be one of those games where you make the decisions and like, oh, do this or that to get through the game. I bet it's that.
Like every JRPG ever. Or a visual novel. My bad.
Visual novel, yeah. That's essentially what it is, but it's like a movie.
Those are very cheap. Those aren't expensive games, though.
Please, for the love of God, not another online only game. I feel that, man. I'm with you. I'm so tired of those games. I just cannot get into those type of games. So whether it's Fortnite or Dead by Daylight or just any of that stuff, I just
only
cannot
online-
get in.
The only online only games I play would be like MMOs. But those are like always.
Those are made
designed
to be
like that.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are designed only like.
There's a lot of content.
It's
over
hard
there.
to say they're different because they are still online only.
This-
but MMOs are
this-
different. I would say
This art style looks so familiar. I can't.
it looks like
like the Dragon games.
Sword Art Online. Oh, Dragon
No,
Quest.
it's made. Yeah, it looks like a Dragon Quest games because it's a Square Enix game. It has that same art style to it.
Sort of.
Not exactly the same. 'cause it
Normally,
doesn't have-
if it's Dragon Quest, I see it immediately, but I don't see this as much.
it wasn't.
Let me see
hard,
the
but
face again. It's the face because Akira Toriyama does those faces the same on everything. It's a
Yeah.
Mana. Okay, there we go. It's a Legend of Mana game.
I'm about to say that looks so
Mana series.
familiar.
Yeah, I was just Yeah, the mana.
Well, once it
games
said Square
are
Enix, I'm like,
phenomenal.
okay. But I
Well,
just
those
don't
are
know
probably
exactly.
the most underrated RPGs that Square Enix does. Like,
You know what we actually need is a new.
Visions of Mana. Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay, so when are we getting the remake of Chrono Trigger, like the best RPG ever made?
Well, we got the first start for that, which is Super Mario RPG, because that is essentially what spawned Chrono Trigger. So I think that could happen.
Chrono Trigger had like the amalgamation of like the best
it's
of
a
gaming
perfect
at the
game.
time.
But
Like-
disregard the Mario part. Have you played Super Mario RPG?
No, I never had
You
it.
need to
growing
pick it up because if you like Chrono Trigger, you will enjoy this game. It's a 10 out of 10 RPG. Disregard the Mario aspect of it. It's not. It's just really really good.
It's just a Nintendo RPG of it.
But
No,
I
I'm
mean that
sure it's
wasn't
good.
like a thing. You know what I mean? And it took a
It was a
long time
one-off.
before
is really
we.
what-
It was a one-off. Yeah, we never got another thing of it. I mean,
I think they
there was
tried
no
to
other entry.
recapture it with Paper
With
Mario.
Paper Mario was like the attempt, I think.
Those
but
games-
without Square Enix.
But yeah, all the reception was like it failed to recapture
Well,
the magic.
not Paper Mario Thousand Year Door didn't. That's like
Every time I've heard people talk about it, was the first one was the only really good Paper Mario game. The rest.
I think
have
you're
just kind of
thinking
been
the second one because that's the one that everybody loves.
I don't
The
know.
first one is my favorite, but everybody says Thousand Year Door, the GameCube one.
Maybe
Everybody
it's
says
been
that's-
such a long time.
What is this game?
It's by Team Ninja. I can't remember the
Oh.
name of it. Or they might not have shown it, but I feel like we've seen it before.
Maybe.
Because Team Ninja, I know that studio. I just off the
Yeah,
top of my
yeah,
head,
they
don't
made a
remember
lot
what
of
they've
stuff.
made.
I can't either. I'm trying to think, please. Please. tell me
Just
what
sometimes
it
I'm just
is.
bad with names.
Yeah, I am. too.
I've always been bad with names sometimes.
Studio names specifically.
I know the studio.
Ronin. Yeah, so we've seen this before, but
Is
it's
it getting
not.
closer to coming out, or is it already out? The sequel?
No, I don't. No, I don't
Rise
think
of the
so.
Ronin.
No, I
The
probably
name-
would have played this because it's a PlayStation exclusive.
The name doesn't sound familiar though, so it must be new.
Yeah, it's not out yet. Okay, March, but we've seen trailers for it because it's like the next big PlayStation game. Like PlayStation has nothing else coming out besides this that we know of.
I'm sure they'll have something by the end of the year.
I'm sure, but we definitely haven't seen it. I can tell you that much.
Oh, this is easy. Armored Core 6 should win this hands down.
Phenomenal
If it doesn't,
game.
this whole.
I think Hi-Fi Rush takes this.
I'm sorry, you can't beat Armored Core 6.
It's a good game, man. It's a good game.
I like mech games though, so I'm kind of biased.
Have you played the other Armored Core games though?
No.
Because I do not by any means think it's the best one.
The problem is I play a lot of Gundam games, and a lot of those games are bad.
Yeah,
You
but
ask me.
most of them are. There is one on the
But I
PS2
like
that I
Gundam.
love. Oh god, what is it? I actually rebought it last year.
I don't know which one of these would win. I'm gonna say either Horizon
Best
or Resident
VR. Oh,
Evil.
Call of the Mountain all day long. Resident Evil won that one. Okay.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me. It's gonna be one of those two.
The video
it's
and
Resident
audio is
Evil.
way delayed on our stream because I'm hearing the audio like 10 seconds before. So I'm hearing all the winners. Oh, Hello Kitty pulls.
My bid is for Honkai Star Rail, and that's only because of a really good ad that was made.
Well, I knew they won it because they said it before you said it. I'm hearing the audio like way before.
That's crap.
Yes, whatever.
I'm trying to think of who made a good. Oh, this is gonna kill me. I gotta figure out what.
What? Wiener
Who made
Schnitzels?
Honkai Star Rail?
I don't even know what that is. I don't play mobile games.
It's a mobile game, but I can't remember who made the actual.
My name is Abhi. In India, when I grew
Is it like a big developer, something like that, or?
When I got to Canada at the age of 12, it was
I gotta think.
for many years,
It was a really good ad. What is the name of that YouTube channel that made it?
A YouTube channel made it?
Yeah, they essentially made a whole video for an ad, and I can't remember.
That tells the story of an Indian mother who moves to Canada.
I have no
in the
idea, to
late
be honest with
1980s.
you.
It's a story
It sounds like
of
some sort of scam to me.
family.
No.
The more local you are, the more.
It sounds like a product placement scam.
Everybody who's played the game is able to put something from their life into it. in ways that
Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
think of
this
the name of it.
audio is like
You know,
way off.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to fix it. That's the
I
problem.
just like click live on your video because I don't think it's is it up to date live on yours. Like if it's not red there on the YouTube video. Oh, it looks like it was live. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
live.
Yeah, I don't know then.
Because it's on my end, so I don't hear a delay.
Well,
at
I'm
all.
seeing the video that you're saying, but
Yeah,
it look. Yeah, I
there's a
don't know
delay
what
with
it
the
is.
audio.
There's a delay with the audio. Battery life improvement. Oh, what's this? Fallout? Is this
Is it
Fallout
battery life?
86? Is this a Fallout 86 DLC?
They say battery power. I assume it was
Oh,
like
this
some
is
kind of
a-
hardware.
I can save someone with this.
Yeah, this isn't Fallout. I have no idea what it is. You want to know what game failed real hard?
What is it?
Back for Blood, man. It's
I
supposed to
didn't
be
even hear
the
about
spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. Like by a lot of the team that made it and all that. Like, what is this? What are we watching?
It's an ad for probably some kind of hardware. Oh, this is killing me. I can't remember. I gotta go to like.
I think it's fake. I don't think you remember something real.
I do remember something real. I just can't. It's killing me. I don't know the name of this. The YouTube studio.
You watch that weird stuff, so you probably won't be able to find it.
Oh no, It's Flash Gets. Flash Gets made a video about some
A what?
Flash Gets. It's some kind of like
I've never heard of that.
weeb if anime was real video or something like that. And it turned out to be in Honkai Star Rail.
What is the Honkai? Like, what type of game is it?
It's a mobile game, like a
Oh, that tells me
with,
a lot.
with anime girls in it. Like
This
be
is
real.
an Outlast game. Oh, that's sick. Outlast Trials. You say it was an anime girl game?
Pretty much.
Wow, that tells me a lot, Mark. Sounds like literally any game that comes out of Japan.
I don't play mobile games. I just know. I just
Oh,
watched
yeah.
that video. It was really funny. You know what that ad made me really want? A cigarette.
Okay, welcome back.
Yeah, I don't
to the
smoke.
Awards. Are you ready? It is time to get a word
Made me
from
want to
America,
smoke, even though I don't smoke.
greatest creators.
Reverse psychology.
A huge
Exactly.
supporter of the Game Awards since the
Don't
very
smoke,
beginning
smoke,
back in
smoke, smoke, smoke.
2014. And
Oh
today,
yeah, the
I am
lips and the mouth are off.
honored to share this latest update with
Ugh.
you on
It's
his
like
upcoming
watching a Japanese dubbed movie.
Was it like that the first time?
It wasn't earlier.
You
It
want me
was
to just
fine
refresh?
earlier.
Want me to
Yeah,
refresh?
maybe do a quick refresh because yours will be like real fast.
The hungry purple dinosaur eats the kind zingy fox, the jabbering
Guess we'll
Done.
see if it's okay now.
Yeah, I'll have to use your word for it.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate
What is this?
I saw Kojima.
Freaking me out. I know
made-
that. Oh yeah. Well then. So
So
this is
like his
a
next
sequel
game.
to the weird walking simulator. Yeah, it is. I see the text.
I never even bothered to play that game.
It's.
I've heard
weird,
it's just
man.
like 12 hours of cutscenes. Like you can
It's
just watch
12
a
hours of
YouTube video of
walking.
the cutscenes, and that's the whole game.
Yeah, because the rest of it you just walk. You just walk around carrying a baby. What's it called? Death Stranding. So this is
Yeah.
the Death Stranding sequel. Well, this is the one that everybody wanted to see in the Game Awards, so it must be a big enough deal. Everybody's talking about this on Twitter.
What kind of advertising is this?
This is what he did for the first game. That's why
I'm
nobody.
like, it's got his touch all over it. I'm like, this is so weird and is not selling me on the game.
Does
at
he
all.
do anything that's not weird though?
No.
What? Look at this. She's like,
I mean, he did before he
OD.
worked on Death Stranding.
OD. Well, he said it was going to be a play on a situation within the world. Was his like his description? So I
That
don't
doesn't
know.
make any sense
Some,
to me.
some sort of weird like psychological sort of like mind f on whatever's going on in the world. Reminds me of Minority Report. Yeah, it kind of does actually. That's like the sort of. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Back in my day, I remember when Kojima made normal games.
Well, we thought it was normal, and then like Snake is hiding in a box, thinking people can't see him.
Yeah, that's when he made good normal games that made sense. With a story that wasn't.
He made good games. I'll
Nothing
give you
but
that.
cutscenes.
Whether they were normal, I don't know. The Metal Gear Solid games are pretty weird too.
I'll say this: at least he's somewhat creative with his visions.
Yeah,
It's not,
I mean,
it's not the same Call of Duty 20 times.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh my god, that's a big pendant of his studio logo on his jacket.
So I was wondering, it's
What if that's pure
awfully
gold?
flashy.
That's what everybody who bought Death Stranding got. They paid for his outfit.
OD. Interesting.
We gonna OD on something?
I'm really glad to be at the
I assume it's overdose.
Game Awards. Really happy to show the new title OD, and this title will
Oh no, it's just OD.
Sophia Lillis, Hunter Schafer, and Udo Kier.
There's gonna be memes about that.
I think we all want to know
Yeah.
more, of course.
Yeah.
What kind of game are you making, Mr. Kojima?
A weird one.
You're gonna love
It's
it.
interesting
another
because he
walking simulator.
speaks English. So I'm finding it interesting that he's choosing not to. I wonder if there's like
I
a
don't know.
reason for that.
I don't know how well he speaks English, so
I'm not sure either.
every weeb that goes to Japan, where's the subtitles? I'm sorry, I came to my mind. As an oldie but classic. It do be like that though.
I really like to always challenge new things, groundbreaking things, and that's my kind of rule. But
I thought that's all he's gonna say. So I'm like, he just had like a minute worth of stuff. You just said 10 seconds. Like, what are we not getting here?
Well, it's like that girl that came on earlier. Like she came on, said nothing, and ran out.
Really didn't speak English for the most part.
Yeah, I kind
So
of felt
that
bad. I was
kinda
like,
makes
they really threw her to the wolves there. That must have been traumatized. Like I imagine she's like, I'm never coming back here again.
She was the year before because she did the same weird thing with her all over the stage.
I see. I don't remember that part.
I
but
do remember her now because I'm like, that was weird and pointless.
Yeah, well, whatever she just did today too was also weird. So maybe she's just weird, not She had a year to try to learn English, so I don't know, man. Oh god, he does weird stuff too, man. He's a real interesting character as well. This is the
Where's
perfect
the
time for
game
his mouth to
trailer?
be out of sync. It's like I'm watching Godzilla 1982 on VHS.
It's not a bug, it's an experience.
Hey
Or a
man, that was
feature, whatever you
that was
wanna
one of the
talk about it.
things I loved. Overly dramatic. That's what it stands for. Overly dramatic.
This man is an icon, and I can say from the
Oh,
first
man.
I don't get what's
moment
going on.
I played
This feels like it's
Metal
not
Gear
for
Solid
me
2,
as a gamer personally.
I mean, dude,
I
that's
knew I was experiencing the work of an artist whose craft just hits different.
I
hits
guess you
different.
could
Yeah,
say
this is
like, yeah, it
definitely
does
not
hit
for me
different.
then.
It's different means it hits with it's just a movie in video game format. You're gonna walk and see a hour and a half episode. And you're gonna
That's
walk
just
another
like
place.
not the thing that I go to video games for. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna watch, I'll just
When the
watch a
whole story
movie.
can just be put on YouTube and that's your
Right,
game,
and
that's
which
not
is a
game.
lot of games, surprisingly, but a lot of those like cutscenes can be removed from games, and the gameplay is like it doesn't tell you anything about the story. It's the cutscenes in between that tells you the whole
Just
story.
because I've been playing it recently, that's what I kind of liked about Cyberpunk. If there's cutscenes, it's you're in the cutscene as a first person. Most of the gameplay is just
Yeah, I like
told as
that
you just
too.
standing there. It's just they're just talking while you can still kind of move around.
Right.
I can only say that because I'm in the process of replaying that game, but
Right.
I just thought
Yeah,
back, that game doesn't really do cutscenes for the most part.
And it costs $70.
I mean,
sure, yeah, $70 movie. Like it's a good point if it's something you could literally just pull all this stuff out and watch on YouTube. If there's not the gameplay's not fun, then it becomes a problem for me because I could have just watched that movie for free on a streaming service or bought the DVD for $10.
But I'll say this: I'm surprised gaming didn't go to $70 a long time ago.
ago?
It's been at $60 for forever. And back like when you had these cartridges, it was like $100 for some games.
Dude, yeah. I'm trying to think of what game it was. I think it was Dragon Quest 3 or something. $100 when it came out. Chrono Trigger was $100 when it came out.
No, because those cartridges were expensive.
Yeah.
And now we have DVDs,
especially the cards that
hardware.
had like the extra hardware. Star Fox was another really expensive game because it had that chip in it, that new whatever I forget
Super
what the chip's
FX?
called. Yeah, Super FX chip.
Because Yoshi's Island had the same thing.
Yeah, the Wild West of the game prices in the 90s. But you know, the thing is then is like we didn't really have a set game price back then. That's the other thing. There was no set game price particularly.
Once you
I
got like
remember game
CDs and
prices being all
DVDs, it kind of
over. Like the portable, all the handheld stuff was always $40. Seemed like $39.99. New
That was-
DS game $39.99.
it was a
game.
shorter, cheaper, smaller game. It kind of made sense with a handheld, more affordable. That was kind of like the
Yeah.
marketing.
But even like Game Boy, yeah, I remember Game Boy Color especially. $49.99 was pretty regular for those games.
You'd get the same titled game on like GameCube, on the PlayStation, on the
It's
Xbox,
like a
and on the Game
full-fledged
Boy.
game.
The Game Boy is a completely different game.
But
Not
I like that because now what makes that cool is that you can go back and have two completely different experiences versus nowadays if you get a cross-platform game, it's the exact same game on every platform. Back then, a game would be different on Genesis, on Super Nintendo, and on all the handhelds. It would be a different version on every system.
I'll say this: some of those platformers on like the Game Boy Advance were brutally hard. Like I remember one of the Ed, Edd n Eddy games I had for the GBA.
Jawbreaker,
brutally hard platform.
That Jawbreaker game, yeah, I
it
remember
was
that
so
game.
hard.
Ed said automobile. I know I'm saying that wrong.
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini was like $110 at release. Automobile.
What are we doing Jurassic Park for?
I can't. I know the game, but I don't remember how to say that first title there. But anyway, I'm also not a car guy. I do remember that game because I had it. I had a lot of those racing games on like PS2.
You know what this reminds me of? An old game. I know I used to play it on PC from like the 90s. It was like some dinosaur game.
Dino Crisis.
I don't know if that's what it was because you
It was
go
a
around
horror
shooting
game.
dinosaurs.
Dino Crisis was a horror. Oh, you're talking about Turok.
Yeah, I as a
Turok,
kid,
yeah.
that game was
Dude, those
really
games are
difficult.
good. I had 2 and 3 on 64 and Rage Wars. All 3 of those.
Oh my! Are we really doing this right now? We're gonna recreate infamous movie scene for your game? Like, come on! Find a better way than nostalgia to sell me a
Dude,
game.
they've recreated the scene like 3 times. What are you talking about in the movie?
I know, and it's just like, come on! You have new ideas.
No, dude, the Jurassic World movies are terrible.
The first one's the only good one.
The first one is the only one worth watching. Even then, I feel like it's a big rehash of Jurassic Park 1.
Wasn't Spielberg involved in the first one?
Yeah, in the first one he was.
And that's the only good one.
It's the only good one, yeah. The other 2 are terrible. Did you watch that last one that came out where it's about insects and crap?
People at work
like
would say that
swarm.
the Jurassic World movies are good, but I'm like, I can't bring myself to watch them. Not after
even Jurassic Park. Even Jurassic Park, like honestly, only the first movie is worth watching.
I didn't hate
the second one. Is
one.
Okay, the third one is horrible.
It's completely terrible.
The second one is okay, but like,
oh my god, look at how they're just recreating the whole movie.
Exactly. It was probably literally just the first movie.
Just to grab nostalgia is what that was.
That's what it
like
is. Yep, it is. Look, Jurassic Park Survival.
How's
so
that
literally the first movie in a game? Had to recreate the scene and just put Mia Khalifa in it. He's right. That was Mia Khalifa.
Oh my god, there's a porn star in my Jurassic Park game? No, thank you.
It kind of did like it. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil was the shit. Yeah, dude.
That just guarantees I'm not buying that movie.
Oh,
no, I called it a movie. The game. I'm sorry. I thought we were watching
the movie game.
I thought we were watching the movie there for a second.
Basically. Who is this nerd?
I have no idea.
Looks like
that outfit looks terrible.
Plays video games or some crap.
Nah, he looks too normal. His arms are too big, personally.
Dude, you think those are big?
They're not.
Get out a little bit more. You ever seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, man? Now that's a male physique. That is a.
What award is this now?
I have no idea. What is?
So you got Alan Wake 2, Dead Space. That's an old game.
Is this Game of the Year award?
No.
Well, it's got all the Game of the Year so far. Yeah, I mean, so far this is literally every game in the category.
Except for Hi-Fi
Best
Rush.
audio design. I thought Hi-Fi Rush was in Game of the Year.
No, it's not on there.
Oh, okay.
You got Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, Resident Evil, Mario, and Zelda.
Okay. Yeah, Mario's taking that easy.
What game of the year? Yeah, you're insane. I would bet my whole life
Phenomenal
savings
game,
on
though,
Baldur's Gate
man.
3.
Phenomenal game. It's Baldur's Gate for sure. The Justin Timberlake we
Was
have
this-
at
was-
home.
This Hi-Fi Rush.
Sounds
missed
like
two.
it. I'll tell you what, that game is really good though. It's Jet
I haven't
Set.
played
It's a
it.
new. It's essentially a new Jet Set radio.
I didn't play
Really
the original Jet Set Radio, so
You didn't have a Dreamcast, but I mean,
I was-
did,
I was a poor growing up. I had the same 10 games to play for 10 years.
I mean, I didn't have anything crazy either. I had to rent them all, bro.
Then again, it's like
You
how
were the
games
one
used to
getting
be.
the new games. I remember, like, it was very rare that
Once I got the
new
D,
games
maybe
like
with
that.
the DS, but
I remember,
played the
yeah,
same games
yeah,
forever.
that era, you were always getting all the new crap, though. I
that was
do
like
remember that.
everybody. Like you grew up with the same 5 games, but it would take you forever to play those games.
I
'cause,
think
like,
by the DS
there's
time,
no
though,
internet.
I was also like doing things to make money too. So like we were going around and selling our businesses. And
Once I got to middle
do you remember
school
me and
into
you
high
got the
school,
donation from the lady that was?
she bought us a pizza and a game rental. We went to Blockbuster, and then whatever that pizza place was right next door. That
How
sounds
much
terrible.
did you give us
pizza.
again? I knew
$20.
we thought we were rich.
She gave us
thought we were
we were
rich,
just
bro.
bumming money. We're like, yeah, we're gonna start a business. We got $20. We're going to Blockbuster.
We were in like what grade? What grade were we in?
I don't know, probably like 5th, 6th grade, if I had to guess. Maybe middle school, but I don't. I think
Dude,
it was, we were
I
still in
remember
middle school.
the thought of us thinking we were literally rich.
To us,
We thought we
were
could get
rich.
whatever we wanted. Yep, that's what we
That
did.
was a-
Pizza and a game rental.
That was a good night.
That was a really good night.
I don't
Do
remember
you
what- I don't remember
remember that
the
was
game.
no that was Rebecca's, I won't say her last name, but in our class in
I
fifth
don't remember
grade.
who she is, to be honest. I'd have
She
to see
was,
a picture.
she was a redhead. She was with us through all of grade school. As soon as you started there.
If I saw her, I probably would remember her, but off the top of my head, I don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a very, very long time.
I haven't
What
seen
is
any-
this?
I have no idea. I
Not
see
with
Rocket
Fortnite.
League, Fortnite. I have no idea what's going on. It's some kind of Rocket League Fortnite crossover. It
This
looks
looks
like.
like a new Wreck-It Ralph is what it looks like.
No,
it
this
looks like
looks
the girl from Wreck-It Ralph.
This has to be some kind of Rocket League new season thing they're doing
Oh yeah. Ugh, Fortnite.
with
I'm so tired
Fortnite.
of
So I don't know if it's a new Fortnite thing or it's a Rocket League thing.
Yeah, from all I have heard, Hi-Fi Rush is yeah, dude, it's so good. Very good game.
Rocket League's a good game with the most toxic fan base ever.
And
I know
it's
because
definitely not a bad game.
I will play
Man,
that game for
I get
30
so
minutes.
burnt out on that.
And I become the most toxic person ever. Like I've thrown so many ranked matches because I hate my teammates.
Rocket Racing. This is Rocket Racing.
Oh, in Fortnite.
In Fortnite. So Rocket League inside Fortnite. How does that work? I don't play
I have no
Fortnite,
idea.
so
I don't play Fortnite, so I'm not gonna play it. Captured on PC. Oh, this new Baldur's Gate DLC?
Maybe.
That would be weird. 3 months later. It doesn't look like a. I have no idea what this is. Oh, did Alan Wake take a new Japanese turn or something?
Dude,
like
this
that?
sounds like Samurai Jack, like the voice of Aku. It sounded like the
It
voice
couldn't
of
be. His
Aku.
voice actor passed away a few years ago.
What
quite a while
sounds
ago.
like they're imitating him. Listen.
Yeah.
Then why is there always
Hold on.
suffering? And why do the bad folks always win?
Because goodness.
That, I mean, that's not the same person, but it just sounds just like him. Who was the voice actor?
I can't think of his name.
I didn't know.
Did you
he
watch
passed.
the original, like from the early 2000s Pearl Harbor movie, the terrible romance movie?
Yeah, yeah.
That the Japanese.
See, you
lead
said
admiral-
Samurai Jack too. I didn't even read the comment.
No, but it's the same dude. I just can't remember his name. I know he was in that movie, and then he did a bunch of voice acting. Because I thought he was a voice actor as well.
Well, it's a guy doing a damn good imitation of him. Then
Maybe is it the same actor? Because he was the same guy that voice acted the Uncle Iroh. I thought it was the same guy.
I don't know. I never knew who the voice actor was. That's like a very distinguished voice, and it certainly sounded like him.
I don't know. I might be wrong on that.
This seems like it could be a live
I
action
thought
Samurai
the
Jack
dude-
like game.
I thought the dude from Samurai Jack was the same dude who did Uncle Iroh. I thought he was the same
Maybe.
person.
I honestly I didn't know the person that did it, but it could
There's
be.
a-
But it certainly sounded like him, and that was a really good imitation if it wasn't him.
Actually,
This
you know
seems
what?
like it could be a live action Samurai Jack. It's not, but it's like the monkey and it seems like it could be. I don't know. This looks cool though. It looks cool. Whatever the heck. This
No,
is.
it is the same dude.
Is this the Monkey
It's-
King?
It might be. Actually,
It is
yeah,
the same
probably
dude.
is. Yeah, the
This looks like the Monkey
Makoto Iwatsu. He just goes by Mako. I'm not good with that name.
Black Myth.
The same dude who did
Wukong.
Uncle Iroh was in Samurai Jack.
So that was the same voice as this?
No, he passed
no.
away.
Oh,
He
okay.
passed away in 2006.
So this is Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, it's the same
What a-
thing.
Yes, it's Monkey King basically.
Let me just double check to make sure for a fact. But it should be. Yeah, the same dude who did Aku did Uncle Iroh.
Hmm.
For the original run of Samurai Jack from 01 to 04.
Oh,
During the
exciting!
run
We
of,
get a new DC game. I'm so excited.
during the run of The Last
Oh, it's just
Airbender, he
Suicide
passed
Squad.
away. If you remember the Uncle Iroh specific episode
Yeah.
in Avatar, that was right after the voice actor passed away when that episode came out.
So I played the alpha. I got a code for the alpha this past weekend. It's like over now, but I got to play the alpha for a little
For this
bit.
game?
Yeah, and I'm not really allowed to talk on it because I had to sign an NDA, but I was unimpressed. I was unimpressed.
That's not good.
No, I was like, I could see where it could be fun if a lot of work was done to it still, which it was the alpha, so there's some time. It comes out early next year, but
When
I was unimpressed. It's an online only game again. So you have to be online, like you have to connect to the internet.
What has
to play
DC
it.
done well outside of their animated movies, though? Like they can't do live action. They can't do games.
any live action, right? The only good live action was that Snyder's cut of the Justice League movie. That's the last thing I liked. That was good. Now I haven't seen Blue Beetle yet. I've heard that's good.
But
That's the
Suicide
newest.
Squad itself is that
The movie terrible.
Both of them were terrible. I only watched the first
Horrible.
one. Didn't like
Yeah, I
it.
didn't even watch the second one. I didn't even watch it. No thanks. That whole Joker concept of Joker is terrible. Also, I can't stand the actor either.
Oh, that's a good movie. The Joker movie. Well,
Oh, that movie was good. Yeah.
it's one of the few good DC movies. I
Did you
can
see
remember.
the trailer for the new one with Harley Quinn in it?
Probably not, because I probably lost interest in it.
Yeah,
I probably had
looks
no
good.
interest from the start.
It looks good.
Joaquin Phoenix is that new Napoleon movie I need to see too.
I heard that's pretty good.
Joaquin Phoenix, he's done a lot of good stuff. He's a pretty good actor.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I think so too. He's one of those what do they call it? Type actors. Like he's come out and said it, and he's done a lot of weird things publicly, but apparently it's because he's doing that method acting, where you like.
Yeah, that's usually how you get good acting.
Yeah, I mean, but I can't imagine there's that many that do it these days. Like it's rough.
Oh, the new Warframe. I tried to get into this game, and I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't
that's
get into
nice.
Warframe.
Seeing these two makes me want to start a career in game making. That's a good comment.
It's kind of hard to
right
beat
there.
half the industry, to be honest.
Yeah, no
I think this is
kidding.
an always online game as well. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
MMORPG.
I played
light.
it on Switch, actually, of all things. It was on Switch. Like at launch. It was a launch thing on Switch.
Yeah.
And it's fun, but
Because I had a
like,
friend that was really
unrememberable.
into it. He was
Like-
really into it, but I couldn't.
yeah, I just don't care. It
From
was
the
like
get-go,
trying to
it-
be Halo, but it's not.
It's a
Yeah.
popular game. It's just not for me.
Yeah, most popular games aren't for me. If I'm being real with you, like Fortnite, for instance. Most of the popular games,
It's
I
just
have
like Call of
absolutely
Duty.
zero.
I don't
I mean,
really
look,
care.
me and you are like weird that we like kind of the weirder, more niche stuff in the like Japanese realm of
I just like good
JRPGs. Like,
storytelling.
yeah, that's what I like too. But like most people don't value that anymore. They don't. They just don't care. The story isn't like a thing. Like
Yeah,
most people don't give a crap if it's not a AAA, like say God of War or something of that caliber. Nobody cares about the story.
That's what I
That's
care
just the
about.
honest truth. I know, I do too.
Oh yeah, you could win a trip for 4 to Super
Oh
Nintendo
wow,
World.
let me enter right now. Oh my gosh, I
not?
hope I win.
Doesn't cost you anything to enter.
Well, I just lost the QR code, or I would have did it for real.
You could go back and rescan it later.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'll think about it. Oh,
Oh
Mario.
yeah,
yeah,
Super
the
Mario World.
Donkey Kong expansion. They just announced this yesterday.
There you go. You can rescan the
Dude,
QR
I
code.
really want to go there. I really want. That's like, dude, I would have dreamed of going to something like that as a kid. Do you remember like the Pokemon thing that they had when we were growing up? They had like the was it at Universal or something? They had
Never
for a
went
short
there
period of
growing up.
time. I know I didn't either. Oh, you see, this is Universal. No, I didn't either. But they advertised it in like the Nintendo Powers and like all the sort of things that publicated anything with Pokemon. It would be sometimes on Cartoon Network. The ads sometimes they would play it. I think that's probably where I saw it first. Tanami, I remember it playing on Tanami. Like in those ads, they would do those cool ads and stuff. Seeing these two makes me want to. Oh, I already read that comment. I don't have my glasses on, man. I have to keep like looking over like this.
Yeah, this game.
My contacts just came in today, but I picked them up. I don't wear my glasses anymore because the ring lights just reflect all the time. It looks real bad.
Yeah.
So now I just struggle to see.
I've not played this game because when it came out, I had to upgrade my PC. But everybody I've seen talk about that game.
Yeah,
it's not as good, or it needs a lot of work.
Let down.
But
yeah,
here's
my issue. Let me tell you my biggest issue.
I'll wait till Steam sale to get it.
You're missing absolutely zero. My biggest issue is that you get in your spacecraft and you don't even get to fly. So like you lose that whole experience in No Man's Sky where you actually get to fly your spacecraft.
Yeah.
You get to upgrade and do all this crazy stuff to your spacecraft in Starfield. You don't even get to touch it. It just goes straight to the next planet.
So it's just like it's just fast travel to a barren planet with nothing in it.
That's literally all it is. Literally, all your spaceship is fast travel.
What a letdown.
And they can't just fix that with an update. Like, that's a whole reworking of the game. That's like a whole thing. And they're not going to. It's already part. It's literally like in the game. Like, that is part of the game, part of the missions, fast travel with your ship. And
I wonder if they lost money on that game at all.
Dude, they had to have.
Or they didn't.
That was one of the most expensive games to develop in a very long time. Xbox and I mean, just like the developer and Xbox were like all in on that, doing very, very well.
So it's one of those.
That was Xbox's game of the century, literally.
So it's going down to Elder Scrolls 6
century.
better make money, or your studio might get shut down. Is what that sounds like.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I was saying something about that the other day. I think the new Elder Scrolls has to do very, very well. I think they're considerably banking on this doing very, very,
because even
well.
if Starfield broke even, it probably didn't make the money that they wanted it to make.
Yeah, I mean, people were doing the Steam refunds like crazy. Like, it had the highest number, quickest Steam refunds or whatever in like a long time.
Because it wasn't what they thought it would be. And Steam.
Yeah, I mean, I played it on Game Pass, but I almost got the collector's edition. I was very excited for it. I love Elder Scrolls, and they were hyping it to be like a Fallout in space or like an Elder Scrolls in space, and it like was not that at all. It's just not. It does not feel like Fallout or Elder Scrolls.
It just has me after Fallout 76, and that just has me more worried for Elder Scrolls 6 now. Because say what you want about Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, that game did very well, and it still is doing very well.
Yeah,
for a 10-year-old game because of the mod support with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. It is.
For the RPG stuff that they may have dumbed down, it's still a good game at its core.
I definitely don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
But you're sitting there like, I don't know. Elder Scrolls 6 might be, if that game falls through, it'll be the biggest disappointment because we've been waiting for this game for over a decade now.
Yeah, that significantly exceeds my
A-
excitement for Starfield because I
A series with such a big install fan base.
the only other thing that I can think that is at that impact, or possibly bigger, if I'm being real with you, I think it is, but maybe not for me and you, obviously. But I think overall it is GTA 6. I mean, that's also the same thing.
I think that
Skyrim
game's
came
gonna
out on the
sell.
PS3 and 360. GTA 5 came out on the PS3 and 360. Those
I
are
ha-
both the 5th entries in the series, like, technically.
I have more confidence in Rockstar than I do Bethesda right now. That's saying a lot.
Right? Isn't that? Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's sad. But I
They
mean,
just-
I think Rockstar is going to throw us for some loops with this game too, because I mean, there's been reports like as of like yesterday and the day before of the game being a pay-by-hour game and like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, that comic got such backlash.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I honestly would not be shocked at all if like something like that happened, especially for GTA. It's like GTA 5 is the biggest game in the world, like financially speaking.
I don't know if that game could survive some kind of issue like that though out the gate, where you expect to make most of your money back out the gate. Like, could it survive some kind of crap like that, or is that some kind of?
It's like a long-term game. Like, look at GTA 5, still getting a new physical release in 2023, still having consistent DLC.
That's
and content
GTA Online is what kids keeping that afloat.
Yeah.
They've just been milking online for. That's why they made. That's why
it's making so much money.
Why make another game?
What is it, like $6 billion or something crazy from just GTA Online? Some crazy billions, like billions.
They could
money.
sell GTA 6 Online for free and make
They
it
wouldn't even
back
have
in
to
the
sell it. They wouldn't even have to sell
Their
it, like,
online
at
version
cost.
would make the money back. Maybe not as fast,
sure.
but it would.
Yeah, for sure.
GTA 6 is going to be around for a decade. I'm
whether-
told
no,
that it's
I-
going to be another decade
100%.
between 6 and 7.
I can see that. 3 consoles, 3 console generations. I mean, that's what it was for this last one, and it worked. Look at the hype. The hype for GTA 6 that I saw on literally all social media, Twitter, Facebook, everything. I haven't seen the sort of memes and like sort of culture around a game like I have for that in a very long time. Starfield sort of had that, but not to the level I saw.
Starfield was also a
GTA 6.
new IP compared to a well-established like GTA, which hasn't.
But it's behind a very big developer of very high.
GTA hasn't had a
IPs.
bad entry, kind of like Elder Scrolls. It hasn't really been a bad entry in the series yet.
That's true.
That's been hated.
That's true. I mean, did you play Elder Scrolls Pocket Adventure though on the Engage?
No, I didn't know that existed until probably a few years ago.
It's fun.
I mean, I remember watching the Game
I like
when
it.
I was younger, so being up here now is like.
I have no idea what's going on.
What is happening here?
Game Awards.
Reggie.
The Game Awards is only like a decade old. Like,
dude, I just saw. Did you just see Reggie though?
Yeah, I saw him.
That's legit.
He works for GameStop now, not Nintendo.
Yeah.
You best be remembering that.
I will always remember him from his Nintendo days.
GameStop gets way too much hate, if you ask me.
Well,
it's
that's because
undeserved
they do a
hate.
lot of things to get hate, but I mean, I still.
They're willing to take your
literally-
crappy, unwanted copy of a game for $1 that you couldn't bother to sell online.
I literally just got these yesterday. I go there all the time to get stuff, but just got these yesterday.
I never have a bad
I didn't even pre-order this. This was a pre-order bonus for the new Naruto fighting game.
Yeah, I've sometimes they'll have extra. They'll just give you like, hey, it's a pre-order thing.
I always ask, what do you got there? And then I take their promo, like
Because
display stuff sometimes.
Because I don't know about you, but the guy here who at least owns or runs the GameStop, who is like the head manager, he's a really chill dude. Like I've had like
the last store manager there wasn't good. The store manager before that was there, and Circle was there for a very long time. But the last one was not good, and I couldn't get anything ever. Now this new one's real in, and he like watches the channel and stuff, so he's been pretty cool. But he'll give me stuff sometimes or whatever if there's like extras and things like that.
What most people hate
I'm appreciative
GameStop
of that.
What I was gonna say, what most people hate GameStop for is unfounded.
More spam. Get out of here, my guy. Yeah. What can I say? I'm a weirdo. What is this game?
Probably what they were just talking about. We're talking about Nintendo and GameStop.
I came here to watch the Game Awards.
If you cared about the Game Awards, you just watch the stream straight up. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's a 2D game. It looks nifty, but
I mean, it looks like it's based on some kind of some African mythology.
yeah, I'm wondering. It must be a new IP because I don't recognize any of it.
Some new. You get that indie feel, like that higher up indie feel, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't oppose that at all. That's the sort of games that I'm typically playing more often. It looks interesting. I don't like the art style. Like it looks cheap.
It's got that cartoony type.
Yeah.
I don't think it's terrible.
Tales of Kinzera.
Those face
cool.
those face around that water pool gave me the Atlantis, the Lost Empire feel to it a little bit.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
One
Oh,
of the-
VHS. What are we doing here with the VHS? Wait, didn't we see something for this before? Looks familiar. It looks like something I
It's
would
just
not play.
if it's Life is Strange, it's just an interactive story. That's all
Yeah, I
it
don't
is.
like those games.
You just-
I tried. I bought
I'm
2
making
of
these
them.
choices. Yeah, I played the first one. I was like, it is okay. I would never play it again.
I
wouldn't play
could
the
see where
second one.
people that like those kind of games could like it, but I'm just not into it. I'm not gonna hate on something, you know. I don't like the sort of genre at all.
I will.
It gave me like a female Scott Pilgrim vibe for a minute, but ooh,
That's not what yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting VHS vibes though.
It's been 27 years, y'all.
Oh, it kind of gives me the Stranger Things vibes too.
I didn't like Stranger
Really?
Things. I thought it was so overhyped. I tried.
Mark, I think
gave it a
you're
shot.
overhyped.
I'm sorry.
That was Lost Records, a brand new world from the development team behind
So sue me. I'm sorry.
Now we have a world premiere.
And then the stuff I really get into is some really niche stuff that people criticize the crap out of. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean for good reason, right? Jeff Keighley, shut up, man. Gen X version, OG Goonies, and Stranger Things combined. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it was giving me all the vibes of some sort of collective of youth.
Some kind of it didn't feel like a '90s game, if you ask me.
Yeah, it didn't. Other than the VHS thing, I didn't feel that either.
Like, I'm pretty sure I grew up in the '90s, and I don't know.
Yeah.
This Witcher? No, probably not.
Yeah, right.
I just saw some snow.
We got about 3 more years for that.
I'm glad that we're
What
doing the
is
Witcher
this?
game. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
I am too. I mean, I was so in need of Witcher that I bought it on the Switch.
It's such a good game.
This looks cool.
The
Whatever.
funny thing about The Witcher 3 is it's as long as like a JRPG. Like, it takes forever. to get to that
Dude,
game.
you could put in more hours than most JRPGs. I would say. Like I had 150 hours, and I think that's.
I do wish they would remaster the first and the second Witcher
The
games
DLC.
because-
Did you play all the DLC? Like, you could have probably
Yeah.
300 plus hours with all the
Very
DLC.
easily.
Yeah.
Like, it got to the point I quit doing side quests just to get the main story through and over because it was just taking me forever to get through everything.
Yeah. No doubt. The first. Oh, is that a Berserk game? No,
I have no idea.
Berserker. Okay.
Looks good, right?
I was gonna say
Now it's
something.
time for our first performance
Probably
from
something
the Game
stupid.
Awards Orchestra.
It's something to do with Witcher, but I lost my
This
train of
one,
thought.
though, is a little bit of a twist. They're about to play music from an upcoming game that
Okay,
no
let's
one
hear it,
has
Jeff
heard
Keighley.
yet. You might call it one of those
Devil May
Right,
Cry.
the
It did have
October.
the sort of style of Devil May
Written by
Cry.
one of the greatest video game composers of all time, the legendary Nobuo Uematsu.
I don't know who that is. I'm
I have
sorry.
no idea.
He's a
He's
legendary.
saying these names like everybody's supposed to know him.
Debuting
Woo, yeah, I don't know who that is,
Like,
but
dude,
yeah.
Final Fantasy VII
I could barely remember
Rebirth.
Steven Spielberg. Like, calm down, my guy. All right.
They are
something from Rebirth.
milking the crap out of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
I
I
thought
still
the
gotta
game
play
was
the
overhyped.
Crisis Core remake, man.
It's a good
just
game, but I think they overhyped the crap out of it with the remakes. You're turning
It's
one
really
game into
inappropriate.
3 separate games. Like, come on.
Well, to be fair, the Crisis Core was already a separate game. That was a PSP game. That was its own whole thing.
I'm
So
talking
they
about
haven't
the-
really. They've only just made the remake. now they've got Rebirth, which is the second one, right? So I mean, I think I really like the remake, and I think it was enough of a game for them to cut it in half. Because if they would have put the rest of the game in there, it would have been
the length of a JRPG, like it should have been.
I guess, man, maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe
I'm
you're
sorry.
right.
I still like Final. I like
love
Final
7,
Fantasy
but
9 better personally.
9's good. I still like 7 better, but
I think
8 is my favorite. I really like 8 and 10. Oh, you're good. I really like 8 and
10 was terrible. I'm sorry, terrible.
Oh, dude, I love 10.
I hated 10 so much. I couldn't even finish the first part 1 of that game.
Jesus, 10-2 is even better.
I did not like 10. I
even better.
cried 10. I think the problem is
what did you not like about it?
No, I just think it's overhyped. I think Final
10?
Fantasy 7 has so much to do with nostalgia. 10, I just think
it does.
Not a good game.
I agree. I think 7 has a lot to do with nostalgia, but I do think it's still a good game.
And the English version of 10 is far worse. I'm sorry. That's like probably one of the worst.
Maybe that's nostalgia speaking on my part. I liked 10 back in the day, but I haven't replayed that. I don't think ever. I don't think I've ever
want to meme it up.
10.
Like the acting of that game comes into the whole scene where he is the dude's laughing, the ha ha, like it just emphasizes the whole voice acting of that game on top of it. I didn't like it.
I mean, most of the voice acting. Did you not watch anime in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah, I do. That's like my favorite era. But 10 is just it's been so long since I've played it. It's hard to remember.
He said it's the ultimate irony, the franchise that has final in every entry name but never ends.
Pretty much.
Yeah. This is a good performance, though.
I tried Final Fantasy. I think the last Final Fantasy I tried to get into was Final Fantasy 0. And it just didn't grab me.
Oh, is that the one on the DS? Which one?
No, it's
Zero?
I had it on PlayStation. I think I played it on PlayStation.
0?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Origins?
Oh.
Fantasy 0. Are you talking about Fantasy Star 0? I don't know if Final Fantasy 0. I know there was a Final Fantasy 0, I think, on the DS or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 0 HD is what I played on PS4. No, it's Type 0. Type 0.
Oh, yeah, Type 0. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that was a spin-off. Yeah,
that was the last game I tried to get into. And
it wasn't great.
I couldn't get into it. I didn't know it was a spin-off.
Yeah.
That's the last time I touched Final Fantasy was Type 0.
Jeez. Yeah, well, you left on a bad note because it's not really a great game.
Well, because before
it's
that,
not a bad game, but it's like Final Fantasy. I'm like, what is going on?
I tried to do 10. I tried 10 before that. Like that's like to me personally, I had back-to-back bad experiences, and I was done with Final Fantasy after that.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
I thought about the MMO, but I'm like, that's a big
Apex Legends Final Fantasy 7 event. Gotta love it. Milking that Final Fantasy 7, eh?
Maybe I got a hot take when it comes to 10. It's just
I don't know.
People
generally like people don't like love 10. It's like not in the top game conversation or whatever.
My initial impression was so bad I never bothered.
I think 10-2 is better than.
Maybe if I replayed it, I'd have a different opinion on it now because it was like 10 years ago since I last played it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe.
I think Zelda's got a chance at this one, but I don't think it's gonna win.
Best score. I mean, it has a phenomenal sound.
Probably Baldur's Gate or Final Fantasy.
16-1.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me.
I mean, I haven't played 16 yet, so I can't really, comment.
I don't know any of these games, so we're gonna go Cocoon.
Oh, this is the one I was telling you about. Oh, good thing Dave the Diver didn't win. Yeah, I think Sea of Stars should have won. That's a really good JRPG.
I'd say either No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk, personally.
14. Oh, it's gonna be. That's Baldur's Gate.
That game just came out, though.
Yeah, I don't. That seems.
I don't know how that works. It's a single-player
That's fighting game. Street Fighter takes it. All day.
Nah, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. That's my crap.
How is that even in there?
I don't play fighting games. Because there was only 5 fighting games that came out.
Dude, there was definitely more than that. I don't know what the.
That was probably a toss-up between.
Most anticipated game. Oh, it's got to be Rebirth, right? Out of those, it's got to be Rebirth.
Rebirth or Like a Dragon. I guess Like a Dragon's too niche. Nah, it can't be. I think you're right. It's probably Final Fantasy.
That's just my guessing, but
Yeah, the half of those games are just too niche, personally.
yeah, it
Hades.
seems like not enough of a crowd for them, right?
It's just like the audience for the other games are just too small.
Yeah, yeah. Intergalactic.
I didn't even hear about that Star Wars game. That's how small I knew about it.
Yeah, there's a ton out there on it. They hardly showed anything.
Oh, Hoyoverse.
They're not like promoting it real well.
Yeah, this is the Honkai Star Rail.
Star Wars, dude. I am burnt the F out on Star Wars, and I loved the franchise. Like, big fan. But I am so burnt out.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Disney drove.
They've ruined it, bro. They've completely ruined it.
They put out one good television show, in my opinion, and one good movie, and they're tied together.
The first movie and Mandalorian. That's
no,
it.
It's the.
Oh, you're gonna say Ahsoka?
No, it's the TV series and the movie that are tied together. What is it called? Because it's the darkest of the TV series they've ever put out. Because it's got that main guy from the movie where they are getting the plans for the original Death Star. This is killing me.
Yeah, that show's good too.
The show in that movie.
Yeah.
The only two things I actually liked. I think looking back at it now, the Mandalorian was something new.
It's like a western. It's like a western, man.
It was only good because it was new. And the only good season was the first. I think it's been down since
the first season. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But it was good. That first season was really good.
But as more time goes by, it drops down, in my opinion.
It's all right. I wouldn't rewatch any of it. I wouldn't rewatch the movies. I wouldn't rewatch the first movie. I've seen twice, I think, and that was.
It's just a rehash of A New Hope. That's all it is.
It is. I mean, that's all it is. And let's be real. Like, Rey is not like a great character or anything.
She was
poorly
written. She's a poorly written character,
and she's a poorly written actor too. Actress.
I blame the writing more than the actress personally.
No, I do too, but like,
because she wasn't
don't
terrible.
think she's like anything to write home about.
But the second, the 8 and 9 god awful movie. Refuse to watch those again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're really bad. They're really bad.
I
just think like all the characters. Yeah, I think all the characters are pretty poorly written because none of them are like exciting or grabbing like Luke Skywalker or Han Solo. Like, I feel like there can never be another Luke Skywalker type character in Star Wars.
Problem is,
ever.
What I've been advocating for years is get away from this 30-year time span of history of the Skywalkers from
Dude, that's all they talk about. There's a whole universe. You know what I mean?
It's like, have you ever read an Old Republic book before? Some of the best Star Wars.
Man. They did away with the expanded universe and screwed it up.
Disney ruined Star Wars, and you will never change my mind on that.
Because they did away with the EU. I mean, I said that from the beginning. This is a horrible decision because they're doing away with 20, 30 years of straight up history and lore, like build up from the moment of inception to like the death of the entire universe of Star Wars.
I'll say this: I didn't like any of the EU that's post Episode 6 because it's just so much of it within a 30-year time span of that it still deals with Skywalker, with Luke and them. I will say this: if you took the Darth Bane book and turn that directly into a movie, you would have a hit.
Dude, that would be sick. Yeah, that would be sick.
That's the best Star Wars book I think I've ever read. Was the first Darth Bane book. I'm sorry. I think that.
I mean, look, like there's too much EU way before even our time to ever be caught up on all of it. But yeah, we need Jar Jar Binks to be brought back. That's all we need.
Nah, just do
Jar Jar trilogy.
Republic. Do Old Republic EU. That's all we need. And we all know Jar Jar Binks is the actual Sith Lord. Like, okay,
we know that. Like, at the end of the day, I think it's legitimately Mickey Mouse at this point.
They should, yeah, it is. But they should have brought Jar Jar back for Episode 9 and been like, "Who's the real villain, bitches?" Like, I would have lost my mind. Like, this is terrible, but I love it.
Dude, it would have like made the whole thing.
Oh
man.
god,
that's
such a bad movie.
What is this crap?
I think it's a new pirate game they're working on. Is this?
Oh god, there's so many Pirates games. Is it? I forgot about that game. Skull and Bones. I got delayed forever ago, right? It probably is because that game got announced in like 2019.
There is a good pirate game out that Rare works
Skull and
on.
Bones, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Ubisoft game, so you're going to play it.
No, the what's the Rare makes a game that's like a pirate
Yeah, I
game?
know what you're talking about. That was fun when it first came out.
I think it's still a fun
Something
game.
Seas, what's it called? Oh,
it's on my
yeah.
Steam.
I played the crap out of it when it came out.
You have to play with other people though. Like,
Yeah,
fight,
you have
it's
to.
not. It's
Dude,
a really
fighting
fun.
the Krakens were really fun though.
Well, half of it is you kind of make your own fun to some degree.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like Roblox basically.
Because the gameplay is very simple.
Yeah, basically like Minecraft. Pretty much just Fortnite.
Did I Sea of Thieves? There we go.
Sea of Thieves, yeah.
I think it's a good game.
It was fun when it came out.
There's a lot more content than there used to be though.
There is.
Oh man, low dew points killing me.
What is happening?
I'm getting that song where it's like 2 + 2 = 4 or something like that.
I mean, they're in church. I saw a cross on the door. I saw he's wearing a cross. It's some sort of religious some propaganda or something going on here.
Lock up tight now.
Oh no. Is this
Mac-
Blade? Is this
No,
Blade? It is! It is a Blade. What? It's a Bethesda game too. Arcane Studios. Okay, maybe there is a good Marvel game coming out.
It didn't sound like the original.
That makes sense with the crosses now. I was like, hold on, is this Blade? Okay, this could be good. He's one of the best. Him and Punisher are some of the best Marvel characters ever.
I actually like those movies. But I
Dude,
guarantee,
yeah,
I
look,
guarantee you that
Ed's getting all excited too. Dude, I love those movies. Yeah.
how did they not get Wesley Snipes to voice act him?
Technically, there's been like theories that like Blade is like the beginning of the MCU, which could sort of make sense. Obviously,
I'm just saying, but they need Wesley Snipes to voice act him.
Dude,
because I don't
if
hear
they
him
bring
say
Blade into the MCU, which they will now, especially with the game. It needs to be Wesley Snipes still. That's all I'm saying.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ass skate uphill. I'm sorry. I love Wes.
They
I
did
love
our
those
boy
movies.
dirty and sent him to prison and everything, man, because freaking taxes, bro.
Oh my god, I love Wesley Snipes' Blade. As bad as they might be compared to the comics, I enjoyed those movies.
Sabotage Studio, which did the Sea of Star games. If there's any game on here that's been shown that's out that you should check out, it's this game, Mark. You would absolutely love Sea of Stars. If you just looked up some gameplay, it's like Chrono Trigger-esque JRPG, like retro sort of gameplay. It's like super fun.
I'd definitely love to check it out.
Yeah, you would like it. That tax evasion though. Better pay them taxes, boy. Yeah, this is cool, man. I'm excited about this.
In Paris, my hometown, you know.
Yeah, boy. What's this guy even trying to say?
I've completely lost at this point. But hey, man, we about to slice up some vampires.
Hey.
Anything else you can tell us about the game? I know it's pretty early, right?
I can tell you one thing. Okay.
Just one though.
Team at Arcane Lyon is, pouring so much love into this immersive third-person action adventure.
Oh, thank God it's not online.
So please sit back.
But it will require a constant online connection.
Oh god dang it! Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Like, damn Suicide Squad.
Thank you very much, guys. Great announcement. All right, awesome. Thanks, Nigga. All right. Now, please welcome the star of Twisted Metal, a nominee tonight for Best Adaptation.
Isn't that a car game where you just run into each other and shoot at each other?
I think so.
I didn't think there was much of a story or voice acting in that game. It's an old PlayStation 1 and 2 game.
Yeah, man. Do you like this guy as what's his character's name in the MCU? Oh, Falcon. Falcon. Do you like him as Falcon?
I thought it was okay. I didn't really. I haven't seen half of the original Marvel movies. So
Gotcha. He got his own series. What was it, like 3 years ago on the on Disney Plus?
I think he's a bad actor. I just don't care for Marvel all that much. I don't know. It's also owned by Disney, so I don't like to give them money.
Man, they control so much. That'd be awfully hard to do.
I don't know. They keep
Like,
pumping
legit.
out bomb after bomb of a movie. They're not going to exist much longer.
No, that's true. Especially Star Wars. Man.
They haven't put
they're really flunking on that
That's a
department.
good movie Disney put out.
I don't.
That wasn't
was
a
the
Marvel
last
movie.
good thing.
Because the last two Marvel
disregarding
movies
that,
even Marvel movies as a standard just kind of started to go downhill.
If I'm being honest with you, it probably would have been like Frozen. I've watched, enough of the ones after that with my
A
daughter.
lot of their Disney movies just aren't good.
And that was,
they're
God,
losing
when
money.
was that? That was 20...
Like 2014, 2013?
No, it wouldn't have been that early because my
It
daughter
wasn't
was already
2016.
born.
I know it was around.
My daughter was born at the end, the last month of 2015.
Frozen came out before 2015. I know that much.
Then it must have been Frozen 2 then, but are you sure? Let's look it up.
Yeah,
it could have been. It could have been just Frozen 2 that came out after, but those were like the last good ones in my opinion.
Was it came out in 2013? But it's either 13.
I mean, yeah, 2013. 2013. So the second one would have came out in 2016.
Frozen could have been a much better movie if they had just gone the dark evil route with
2019 Frozen 2 came out. So
I didn't watch
6-year gap. Yeah, it was good. It was good. That was the last good thing I feel like I watched.
What award is this?
I don't know. Game of the year?
No, you have Cyberpunk on it. It's like Game of the Year.
Fortnite's on there. Game of the year.
In no way should that game ever win Game of the Year.
No, by no means.
Genshin Impact.
No, man. It's
talk about a toxic fan base.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, I get so many cool points.
Oh, best ongoing game.
For this moment.
It's probably gonna be Fortnite or Final Fantasy, but I would vote for Cyberpunk. I think it's the best of all those games.
Probably Cyberpunk of those. But I doubt it, actually, now that I think about Genshin Impact Watch.
No, thank
it is
God.
Cyberpunk. It is Cyberpunk.
To be fair, they put a lot of work into fixing their game without charging people for it.
As they should, because God, was that a mess. Did you get it day one?
Yeah, I played
it was
the whole
a
game at
mess.
least. Well,
Yeah,
I played it on
too.
PC, so I was able to play the whole game, but it had
It
its
was the
issues.
same way at PS5. Like, it ran. I had a couple of crashes, but I saw how it ran on, like, the Xbox One and, like, the
It's a much better game now.
God,
like
it was
outside
a
of the
mess
paid
on every
DLC,
other console.
yeah, at least they fixed their game. I'll
Yeah,
say
no,
that. It shouldn't have
but
come
as
out the
they
way
should.
it did, but at least it's a really good game now.
Yeah.
It was a good game when it came out. It was
I
just
mean, look, a
buggy.
lot of games have done that in the last, like,
Yeah.
10 years, though. Like,
Which
what
they
else
should be
can you
punished
think of?
for.
What
But,
else? I mean, there's been a lot of, like, No Man's Sky, for instance. That was an absolute disaster when it came out.
Yeah, but then you've got Fallout 76 where,
That
you want a
same
better
way,
game?
now
They just
people love it.
continue to charge money for every update. They don't
Fallout
fix it.
76 charges for the updates?
You have to put so much money into that game.
I
cash
don't
cow.
know. I played it when it first came out, and I absolutely hated it and never touched it again. I know people love it now, but I didn't know it was all being like...
Yeah, all their
nickel and
updates cost
dimes.
money, though. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it all. It's like, honestly, how
will never
long
touch
does
it.
a company... How long should a company be expected to update a game for free, though, is like the other conversation.
Until it's in a playable state, like it should have been at
Well,
launch.
yeah, I agree with that. Like this situation with Cyberpunk. But 10 years later, when it was fixed by year 2, I don't know that I agree that they should still be updating it for 8 years for free.
But they're not.
They're paying
They
a
just
whole
released it.
team every single day that.
But it's 2
work
years.
on it,
It's
man.
fixed. They've gotten a lot better with the new updates. The DLC is there's been a lot of minor content added, but the DLC was obviously cost money. And
Yeah.
they-
I mean,
they fixed their game before releasing paid DLC at the very least. I'll give them that.
yeah,
much.
that's good. Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's a
Took
good
them 2
game
years
now.
to fix
that's
their
all that
game, but
matters. Yeah. What year did Cyberpunk come out? 2021?
it's either 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, it would have been one of
It
the...
was right around COVID. That's what I know that much.
Yeah, I don't know. Consoles came out the end of 2020. I feel like it was early 2021 or something. Something like that.
It came out in December. That's all I remember.
Oh, well, then did it come out in 2020?
It must have been. No, it would have been 20. It was either 2020 or 2021. I don't know if the new consoles.
Because I do remember thinking, oh, that's weird. It didn't come out on modern platforms. Like it didn't come out on the consoles at the time. It only released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
I don't know if they
just
came
now
out the year
got
the consoles. Then it was 2021.
Yeah. Okay.
It might have been 2021.
It probably was.
It's just hard to tell.
I can't remember, dude. Everything blurs together at this point. There's so many releases, like I can't keep up with the times and stuff.
Some weird robot future.
Looks like something with some sort of weird hub thing. Yeah, what is going on here?
She's a robot that got murdered by another robot.
That's rough. I feel bad for that lady. Lightspeed LA's game. Looks brutal though. Kind of like it. It's like a brutal RoboCop. Ooh.
Like a Japanese version of RoboCop.
Something like that. Dang. I dig. Ooh. Oh man, I was hoping he was just going to go in there and I started blasting. The meme.
Follow me if you want to live. I said follow me, not get in front of me.
Rude.
That's what I'm saying. It's dark. There could be people hiding out there and just sniping you off. I'm just saying. Bad tactics. It's a cyberpunk-ish Last Sentinel.
Last Sentinel game. That looks kind of cool. Based on
wanted the actual.
But it didn't show any gameplay yet. That's what I was
gonna
say. Nothing gameplay wise. Yeah, that's the problem with these games that they're always showing nowadays. Is like you don't see the gameplay for another year or two.
They're just
we're just seeing a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Like this is not the game that I will be playing. Like it shows us a concept of the game.
Pretty much. It'll be buggy and broken at launch.
Always.
Like unplayable.
Seems like it. Seems to be the case now.
Is this Death Stranding 2? I'm getting those feelings.
They kind of, yeah. Ooh, what is that? Okay, this is definitely not Death Stranding 2.
It's too much gameplay.
It's too much action is more like it. Not enough walking.
You're moving too fast. I'm sorry.
It looks like a I don't know. I like the giant thing.
I have no
idea. Gives me a Shadow of the Colossus vibe there with that stuff.
Or it could be the next Max Payne game. We never know.
Oh yeah, it could be. It could be that. Yeah. I mean, it might be. It might. The first Descendant. Okay.
I'm gonna keep bringing that up all the time.
If Ed's still in here, why have we not gotten the new Max Payne announcement?
Of 2024 from Nexon. Now we have a new look at Hoyoverse's next big game, Zenless Zone Zero. Urban Fantasy.
They just keep pumping out.
Yeah, they're saying these names that like people are supposed to know.
They're a mobile game developer, which means they just pump out cash machines.
Yeah. More gotcha crap.
Yeah. I don't like gacha games. It's such a
I
money
don't either. It looks like Ben 10 for a second.
You want access to all the content in the game? It's only going to cost you $500. Well, it's going to be an anime-esque game with Hoyoverse.
What's Hoyoverse?
The developer.
Oh,
I think
mobile games really.
I think they're Chinese.
Oh, that makes sense. A lot of the mobile games come from China. That's where is it? PUBG and that other big battle royale came from.
Yeah, no, it's a Chinese developer.
Tencent is usually the company that's behind those.
That's like the highest level of it. It's MiHoYo is the higher.
Genshin Impact is Chinese, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was. Yeah, it's Hoyoverse does Genshin as well.
Yeah.
And if they're Chinese, Tencent is.
When Genshin first came back out, I played it because they were like, "Oh, this is like Breath of the Wild," That's what they're
Kinda?
saying. Yeah, kinda, very lightly, but quickly realize, oh, this is not my type of game. I do not.
I mean,
like
some
this
people
gotcha
like
crap.
it.
I don't
but
like the gotcha.
Yeah, that's like
I
the
like
whole
the-
reason I refuse to play the game.
Yeah,
is
that's
that
the
element of
problem.
game.
The game itself is fine.
It's
Like,
a free-to-play
kinda fun.
money grab that
Yeah,
locked
exactly.
half its content behind a paywall.
Well, let's. I'm not going to get political, but anything that comes from there is pretty good at doing that. That's all I'm saying. They've been knocking things off for years and making all this cheap, crappy stuff. And
Hey, I like my Walmart cheap crap. Thank you very much. We apologize to our Chinese
Is this
overlords.
Gundam?
I have no idea. I was making it a stupid game.
Oh, I thought it was for a sec.
Could be.
Oh wait, it might be a new Gundam game. It is Gundam. I wish we'd get a new Zoids game, bro. That's all I want in life.
That doesn't look like a Gundam game.
I don't
Looks like
know.
a-
Now it looks.
I don't think
now-
it's Gundam.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
This looks like too much money was into this game for it to be Gundam.
Could you imagine a AAA Gundam game though?
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome. I don't know. Yeah, it's not good.
It'd have to be a really dark game.
Did you like Unicorn?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm still
Dude,
watching.
You haven't watched Unicorn yet? Oh,
I'm still
man.
on like Zeta and Double Z. Like there's
Have you watched SD yet though? That's the only one that matters. That's my
no,
favorite.
I refuse to watch those.
Why?
There's so much Gundam out there. Like that's the problem. There's 40, 50 years of
Let me
Gundam.
ask you what your problem with SD Gundam is.
I don't like the super deformed, non-canon version of it. I just don't like
on
it.
who you ask.
It's not canon enough for me to need to watch it to understand what's going on. Mecha Break.
Really,
That might be a game worth getting into.
that really
Someone else needs to make a good Gundam game because
I agree.
God knows
Like
Sunrise ain't
EA.
gonna do it. Hey, EA is not the bottom of my shit list anymore.
Yeah, they're not anymore, but man, they sure were for a while.
They're the second worst out there.
I don't know that much worse gets. Nothing gets worse than PlayStation right now. That's all I know. They don't have crap coming out. We know about.
PlayStation's not a
literally one
developer.
game that we saw from this presentation. They're. Oh, here. Never mind. As we speak,
PlayStation Studios.
Studios.
But PlayStation itself is just a manufacturer. It's just a platform.
No, that's Sony. Sony manufactures the PlayStation. PlayStation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. PlayStation Studios is still part of Sony. Sony controls all of PlayStation Studios.
And some of their other first party developers that.
I don't know. This is our
own.
next PlayStation game we know about, and so far it looks not good. It looks like
Half the game we
Star
watch are
Wars.
gonna be on PlayStation. What are you talking about?
It looks like a crappy Star Wars clone. This is Star Wars, isn't it?
No, it said PlayStation Studios, not a Star Wars game.
That was a joke. Like I said, it looks like a PlayStation clone. Oh, it is Star Wars. I mean,
No, it's not.
Helldivers 2. We knew about that one. That looks like garbage.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before in my life.
Yeah, I knew about that one.
What is your life?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Is my life.
Always need more 40K.
My crown.
Have you looked into the Warhammer lore?
No, because
It
there's
is
a lot of it.
so wild.
There's a lot of it.
It's
A lot.
insane. I
Dude, there's
love
like
it.
5 or 6 animated movies.
I will never get into the tabletop game for it, but my god, is the lore for it just insane.
Okay, now we have
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
interested
God.
personally.
live and exclusively here.
It's like I'll never play this game, but I love the lore for it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Warlindor, and I present to you the old gods of Asgard featuring.
Oh, I said it was
best-selling
Dumbledore for a
writer
second.
Alan Wake. This is Herald of Darkness.
Herald of Darkness.
Nobody cares about these musical performances.
Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna say it.
Oh my god in heaven.
It's not even good.
What is this?
Whatever game this is advertising, I refuse to buy it. Just because of this. Are you making me watch this performance? It's not even good.
No, not at all. This is terrible. Oh God! Please end. That's what is that? A Keanu Reeves ripoff? Impersonator.
Something. I don't know. Something else.
God, man, that's crap.
Oh no! They're
It's
advertising
out
the new
there
Max
for the
Payne game. Isn't that right?
Sega announcements. What is it?
This is the new trailer.
Oh
for
yeah,
Max
this is the new Max Payne. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep. I knew it was getting announced.
If you say it
I
enough,
just knew
eventually it'll be true.
That's what they say. So many champions.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
This is dreadful, dude. Look at his eye patch. I don't like it.
This is like the lamest performance. Like if you never watched a live music performance before, they're not into it at all. There's no heart into this performance.
Thanks.
This is such a manufactured crap. As far as the performance itself actually goes.
Oh, it's like a it reminds me of Sabaton.
Except Sabaton's actually good at everything. I love Sabaton.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I said it. They're good. I do kind of like them. They're certainly not my favorite, but they're pretty good. Yeah, this is terrible though. Can we? Old Gods of Asgard is the name of this band. I just looked it up.
How long have they existed before this?
I don't know that part.
Were they founded in 2023, like December?
This whatever this is absolutely dreadful. It sounds like yeah, they just came out. They just came out this month.
Oh my God! Who saw this and said yes, this is good?
Jeff Keighley.
He needs to be removed from his job.
It's his event. He started it.
Yeah, I guarantee he's got not as much control over it at this point. Probably sold out.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that for sure. Okay, I was trying to look this up about them, the Old Gods of Asgard. Man, what a name. What a name.
Oh, they were founded in 1982. They were actually good back then, but now they're old. No one cares.
Oh, did you just look it up?
No, I was just pulling that stuff up.
Okay.
It has that feeling of a washed-up band trying to just in it for a paycheck.
Yeah, sounds like any band from the 80s in 2023. Legitimately.
I was like, oh, you were good 30 years ago? Like, why are you still making music, dude? Nobody cares.
Like Metallica.
Like, just stop, dude. Like, your prime was 30 years ago.
Oh, I don't even know if that was a prime then. Let's be real here.
That had been like early 90s.
When?
30 years ago?
Oh, then we're talking more than 30 years at this point. If we're talking about Metallica, 80s, they haven't been good since '89.
Alan Wake 2, is that what they were advertising?
For Old Gods of Asgard?
I don't know. I don't know what that was for. Like, what was the point of that?
I have no idea, dude.
Old Gods of Asgard. Thank you to the band, Sam Lake, Remedy, Epic, the cast, and everyone involved to bring that performance to life. Something you will only see right here.
You should never, Old Gods of Asgard, you should never do music ever again. That's some free information for you. Well, that was terrible. Like, I will never.
That was a rough. That was real rough.
Oh my God! Like, who?
I just tweeted this out about the Sega stuff and people going wow.
Like, I just want to see
We're
game
going
trailers.
wild.
That's all I'm here for. I don't even care about the awards. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, no, I'm not here for the awards either. I'm just here for the cool announcements. But we haven't gotten many of those, so.
If any.
Yeah, I mean, the God Award thing could have did without a whole Game Award show to be announced.
It's like, oh, we got it. All right, see y'all later.
I mean, there's been some, like, interesting stuff. Like, some of it I think we, maybe not been fair enough on, like, because we, like, saw 10 seconds of it. But a lot of them are, like, new IPs, which is good. We need more new IPs. Instead of just, like, rehashes and 20,000 sequels to games.
I feel like this game's been out for quite a while. GTFO?
Oh, maybe. I have no idea.
I feel like I've seen that game around for a few years at this point.
I'd believe that in a second.
Final chat.
But I think there's a little something more you're also working on, right?
Yeah, first of all, I have to say thank you for
Who's this
having me. Like,
guy with a
I don't
bald
know.
head?
This suit is fucking amazing.
That was uncalled for.
You look good too. Great.
That's kind of rude, right?
They just rip on a band for no reason.
It's like
I mean, that band was terrible, man.
If you were known for Payday, things like that. So
Oh, God. Payday 2. What a mess.
So now we're back to doing a heist game again.
You hear about the Payday 3 fiasco?
I don't think I did.
Oh, God. Yeah.
What happened with it?
Just absolute mess. They launched with, like, less things than the first and second game ever had. And people think they launched it at a state to essentially make it bare bones to be able to microtransaction everything out to get...
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like that type of game where they can do that and get away with it.
Cancel the reservation. Reset the procedure.
Oh boy. What is this, Max Payne?
I have no idea.
I think it is.
Your subconscious was just spilling the beans about your recent Akajima district break-in.
I don't know. It looks like pretty... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know at all what to feel about it. I don't even know what's going on. What are the numbers
doing Chinese water torture to him, and it's disrespectful.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah, me either.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? They're just ripping off of. Oh, they're just ripping off of Call of Duty Black Ops at this point.
Oh, essentially, yeah. Didn't they do that in like almost every Black Ops too? Like the same sort of ending for all of them?
It's just the same game.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. You're not giving me much info on your game. The Den of Wolves. I feel like that's the name of like a lot of things.
Is that all we're like? There's no gameplay there. Like, what's going on here?
I don't. Yeah, the cinematic trailers are like getting pretty old because you just don't know.
And it's
what
only
to
on
expect
Steam
from the game. Oh, that's helpful.
It just said Steam at the bottom.
For the love of God. It's a heist game apparently from Payday creator. I just got the tweet after. Oh, that's
I wouldn't have gotten that from that trailer.
No, I wouldn't have either. I wouldn't have either. Okay, what we got going on here? Oh, this is definitely Max Payne with the gun.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's got a gun, so it's definitely Max Payne.
He looks like Max, like a Max. There's a school bus.
Yeah, he looks like him. Yeah, Max, the school bus driver. Yeah.
Wasn't Max Payne in the air at some point?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, like he was flying down at that one part and like jumps. So he's in the air for like a millisecond.
Or some weird Iron Man clone.
Oh god.
I'm getting like Iron Man 2 vibes right now.
This is more like Sonic.
In what way?
I mean, like that's Knuckles and there's Tails and stuff like that. Look, see the blue? There's Sonic. Got like blue on his arm.
I don't know all the Sonic characters, so I can't reference it. I only know Sonic and Knuckles.
X-Born. Oh god, that sounds like any game I wouldn't play. That sounds like every game I wouldn't play.
With no actual gameplay, just what we think the gameplay is going to look like.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Oh god, yes, Division, I think.
Oh, so I can like control my own tornado. Is that what he's saying?
Oh yeah, like essentially you can do like like you can start like hurricanes and stuff.
It's probably just gonna be a background feature.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anticipated VR games yet, Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer, Asgard's Wrath 2.
Never heard of it.
Hey there. I am so beyond excited to show you this trailer for our Asgard's Wrath 2.
Dude, I've never heard of Asgard's Wrath 1. It's not Max Payne, so I don't care.
This is just the first Asgard's Wrath game. They just put a 2 in it just to mess with you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what that'd be a great, just make a something 2 and just be like, what's the first one? But people just scrounge to figure out like what happened to it.
And MetaQuest.
Lo and behold, there is no first one.
Without further ado, let's
What a
enjoy
disappointment.
the trailer for Asgard's
Jeez, Spawnway. 7,000 people watching. Oh god, what is this?
But hopefully everyone's come to accept you're not going to get any Nintendo announcements of these.
What was the last big one? Breath of the Wild?
They didn't do it here. They did it in their own.
Breath of the Wild was Game of the Year when they announced it. It was the Game of the Year awards. I was watching when they did that.
I'm pretty sure Nintendo has come to the point where they just do their own thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was the only big one.
The directs got really big after that. You know what I mean? They really
they prefer people to come to their directs.
Yeah, and at that point they were still doing E3 even. Like Game of the Year awards.
Oh, I mean E3 is dead at this point. It doesn't exist anymore.
We're talking 2015 though.
Yeah.
Yeah. His game does not look good at all.
I mean, it's a VR game. What do you expect?
Yeah, but it just still does not look good. I mean, there's good VR stuff. There's plenty of it.
Yeah, like those roller coaster simulators.
Yeah, exactly.
And VR chat. That's like the only good VR game, and you don't even have to be in VR to play that game. It's just a big chat room, really.
Pretty much, yeah. I've never played it, so I've only, even having the PSVR 2, I still only played 3 games, and one of them I maybe played like 5 minutes, and it was just... The problem for me is that it requires you to have like a large... The PSVR 2, like, one of my games, I essentially have not been able to play. It requires you to have a super large space, or it won't even allow you to play the game. It makes you scan the room and have a certain amount of space for the
because
game.
you'll hit stuff if you don't.
Yeah, and like as a requirement, you can't get past the screen unless you it shows that you have the space, because it literally does that new technology that scans everything and you can watch it. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. It's just
I don't like that personally. Like I have to have this kind of thing. You're scanning my room. Like
I mean, I don't like not being able to play the game either, but I think I'm just saying like the technology is really cool. Like that's crazy stuff.
Another 10 years we'll just be slaves to AI. True AI, not this fake VI that they've got. Let's be real.
So rude to the AI, Mark.
It's not artificial, nor is it intelligent. It's just a code at this point.
So why are you being disrespectful to Chat GPT, Mark?
Because it's responding to what it's programmed to respond to you as. It's not thinking on its own. Well, let's just be real.
I guess. What is this? It looks like a movie.
It's Fallout.
Is it? Oh, it's the Fallout show, right?
It looks terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't
personally.
Look,
it looks like a game trailer,
hey
like a live action game trailer.
Mark is back. Hey, Brandon. Hey, what's up? And it said, "Screw AI trash."
I don't know. They didn't look too. It looked kind of It looked like a live action, cheap live action trailer for a game. Is what it looked like.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, look at that suit. That suit doesn't even look good.
It clearly looks like plastic.
Yeah.
Incredibly excited for you all to see Fallout on Prime this April.
I'm sure it'll bomb, like everything else on Prime bombs.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I've watched anything
Prime exclusive
even
stuff
remotely like on Prime. No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I've ever watched on there.
Tried to watch the Lord of the Rings stuff. I hated it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I hated it too. I was the Rings of Power. I was so disappointed.
It had nothing to do with the books.
Even you loved those books back in the day in the movies, man. Like that was a big bonding thing for sure. Because yeah.
But the Hobbit movies aren't any better. Like they're just
the Hobbit movies are terrible. The book, I love the book.
The book is like a third of the first Lord of the the Fellowship book. Like let's be real.
Short.
It's
that's
not,
why I've read that.
How is
more
that?
than any of the Lord of the Rings
How is it?
books, actually,
that's like one movie. It's all it needed to be.
It's actually there and back again.
Yeah, tale about Bilbo Baggins. Yeah.
Just like the philosophers. Yeah.
Oh, it's like okay. How do we know about this stuff Bilbo wasn't there for? Because The Hobbit is a first-person recounting of it, is like him talking about his own story that he experienced. Like, how do we know about the stuff he wasn't there for? It's been years since I've read the book, but I'm pretty sure when Bilbo left the group, we don't know what happened to the group.
Right.
But it's been like 15 years since I read the book, so I don't remember a whole lot.
It's been a long time since I've read any of them.
Like, I think I was in middle school when I last read it or something like that, or as a freshman.
Yeah, that sounds right for me. Yeah, it would have been
long time.
Either 8th or 9th grade for me as well.
Back when you had the library, you had to read a book and then take a test on it for like certain points for your like English class.
Dude, so it's funny because like I would read stuff like that I liked and like was interested in reading, and any of the other stuff I would go online and look up the thesis or like not the thesis, but like the summary of the book, where the cliff notes. That's what it was, cliff notes.
For to take a test, or it's like I'm just gonna read 10
I would never
Juice
read
books
any
for the
high school
points that I
books.
need.
Ever.
No, it takes
Never
too
read
long.
any of them. Yeah, I never read a single one. I had zero interest.
Because you're
in high school,
making
I
me
was
read a
done
book.
with school. I was over school at that point. Like, let me get through and be done.
Special shout out to Carter Swan and the whole
Mark, do you like any of Fallout games?
Thanks so much. Thank you.
I've only played Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas, so I've only got those 2 games to go on.
New Vegas is.
And I haven't. I haven't beaten New Vegas. I have beaten Fallout 4, but even the part of the game of New Vegas that I played, I think it's better than Fallout 4. But I was never
really.
a big. I was.
Yeah,
always
I mean, I would say that too. I don't know if that's
more
like
into
consensus, but
I was more into Elder Scrolls than I was Fallout 4. It was kind of it's a fun
same.
game, but I never got super into it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I like Elder Scrolls.
But everybody I talked to that say if you're gonna play only one game, New Vegas would be the game to play. For everybody I've talked to, it's like the peak of Fallout, and Bethesda didn't even make it. So
yeah, I agree.
I hear Fallout 3 is not bad, but it's got terrible gunplay without the VATS.
That's
what I've heard.
Like, actually, like only 2 that I significantly like are New Vegas and 3. 4, I got maybe like 3 hours into, and
I beat it, but I wasn't really.
I just lost. I think I also lost interest in the series at that point. Like I was kind of over the whole theme of Fallout at that point. Like I don't know, man. And I was over it by Fallout 4.
I prefer the high fantasy of Elder Scrolls. It hits more my niche.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I like fantasy. I like fantasy stuff better than sci-fi or like apocalyptic stuff. I'm a fantasy guy through and through.
My sci-fi would probably be just above fantasy, but it's not by much.
Because I mean, like when I think back to like all kinds of stuff, like Princess Bride and
that's a good movie.
It's a really good movie. Yeah, any of that
one of
sort
those
of
classic
stuff.
blunders.
Yeah, dude. God, I love that movie, man.
Such an iconic movie.
I mean, it's evolved over time, especially as I've gotten into AAA.
My name is something and something.
Oh, Willow as well.
Hindsight is a
Willow's really good.
game.
I think is it a game or a movie?
Movie and a game actually. It's a movie, but they made like an NES game and stuff like that back in the day. It came out around Princess Bride time.
Yeah, I haven't even heard about it.
I like Fallout 2. We need an anime. That would be interesting for Fallout.
Japan would do it better than Hollywood, if you ask me.
Yeah, and they said they like Fallout 4, and then the Siphon says, "What's the best announcement from tonight?" No Man's Sky stuff content.
I have no idea what this. I don't know. Nothing memorable has really been shown, in my opinion.
It's sad, but so far for me is the God of War DLC that's free. But I don't know. Let's see what this is, because I mean, No Man's Sky is still hype for people, man. People are loving that game still.
Well, no,
and I got played the VR for the first time. That was the second game I played on the VR was No Man's Sky.
So far, like all these add-ons are free. Like it's just in the game now. So like you pay for the base game and you get all this content.
I feel like me and you thought a few other games looked pretty cool, but they were like new IPs and we didn't see much. And we're getting a lot of cinematic trailers as well.
Yeah,
so
so
we're
it's
not
kind of like
seeing a lot of gameplay.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
What's gonna
it's
actually
very
pan
hard
out.
to tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe a game here or there. I guess we'll see what turns out with the Kojima's new game, OD. But I have no idea what the game's about, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what do you mean? It's a sequel to Walking Simulator. With
It
cutscenes?
wouldn't surprise me. That's what it turned out
It
to
is.
be.
Well, we already know that it is. I mean, we know that he was working on the direct sequel to that. Like we've known about it for years at this point, but we didn't know what it was going to look like or anything. We still don't. We still have no idea.
Probably won't know for at least another year.
We got a girl looking and screaming at the camera.
Like you said, I've been working on it for 10 years now, and
They're broken English, yeah.
But
ha ha! Cutie.
Another game.
Yeah,
I
didn't do that. Very different. Something maybe more ambitious.
What is this? So what is Waypoint? What is this exactly? I'm not hard enough into
probably new project they're working on.
Also, like a new game. Okay.
I have no idea.
It sounds like an app for the game.
I haven't paid attention, so I've got no idea.
Okay, well let's pay attention. Sorry.
You know, it was hard, but there is something that's much harder that we wanted to do.
Okay, shut up, Mark.
For our new game, we wanted to create an Earth. You know, something as varied a planet.
Yeah, hitting the microphone again. I see.
It's right there in front of me. It's like right here. I got no hand room.
We'll put it on the other side of the room so you quit hitting it.
Video game mountains, but mountains that are miles high, taller than Everest. So when you climb to the top of them and look out, you can see
content. Stream said, thinking inside the box. I like Xbox. The second said, what's the best movie from this year? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
best movie?
I don't even know.
Like
I think the only thing I saw was Mario.
Or movie.
Everyone playing it together.
I don't know.
It's, you know, a place where people can live out their sort of adventures together.
Well, we can't wait to take
I think Mario's it. I saw Mario, and I think that's it. I think it's all I've seen all year.
Oh no, I saw the Machine. I saw the Machine back in the
the Burt Kreischer movie.
I thought it was a
How
decent
is it?
movie. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It's decent. It wasn't like great or anything like
I
that.
literally last night. So I've been listening to this channel, and it's called like I think Comedy Outlet or something like that. And it's like drama in the comedy community. Every now and then I'll listen to this like stupid stuff where I can semi-tune out at night or whatever. You know what I mean? Like in the background. And it was a whole thing of videos, like all from the past 2 weeks, crapping on Burt Kreischer about all kinds of stuff. Like Steve-O went on Burt Kreischer's podcast and saying whether he was an alcoholic, and Burt's like, no, I'm not. Dr. Drew said I'm not, and like Steve-O calls Dr. Drew.
Like who
like
cares?
Stupid, yeah, like stuff that like nobody cares about, but just like dumb stuff. Kill Tony is great. Yeah, I like Kill Tony as well. But then like Burt was saying that like Joe Rogan said, or Joe Rogan was gonna like punch him in the face or something, and that they weren't getting along. all this crazy stuff. Hey, is this still the No Man's Sky game?
I have not. It's new game, but I don't know if it's related to what they were just talking about.
Looks cool. I like dragons.
Some kind of multiplayer game.
Oh, never mind.
But allegedly this is in-game footage, so
it looks good for in-game footage. It looks really good, like real good.
It's because it's got 16 times the detail.
Where does it say that? Is that what it said?
No, you don't remember. You don't remember where that's from?
No. What's
from
it
from the announcement for Fallout 76?
Oh god. That sounds about right. I forgot.
4 times the size. Fallout 4. A bunch of bunnies bowing down to it. I mean, that sounds about right. You're beneath me. Or rabbits, or whatever they are.
Oh god.
That don't look good.
I'm a big.
I guess this is what they were talking about.
Comedy fan. Oh, Light No Fire. That's another new IP. It's cool.
I think it's from Hello Games. That's
okay. So that's a
logo.
new project.
That logo at the same was what was there when they were talking.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Oh no, not another Ballister Gate clone.
Oh,
remind me of Witcher with dragons. I can see that.
Game. Are there dragons in Witcher?
Yeah, there are. Ed said, "Muh."
Meh.
That could be better.
Oh, they're forcing the cripple to come out.
God, there's so many of you. You guys all look so beautiful.
Quit lying.
First off, I want to address the elephant
Half those people are ugly.
My foot's fine, you guys.
I wouldn't lie to you. It doesn't benefit me to lie to you. I'm gonna give you the honest truth.
Oh Lord.
I wish there were a better story to this, you guys, but the story is this. You know, as you age, as you get older, you know, particularly as you cross the 30 threshold, your body starts to...
Man, they really had to send him out with his boot and everything. Like that is,
I don't know, man. I turned 30 and I feel fine. No health issues, no aches and pains at all.
What? What?
I feel fine. I feel like I'm 25.
Keeping it real.
What are you talking about? Am I supposed to?
He said, like, you know, you cross that 30 threshold, your body starts to break down or something like that.
Oh,
Like
I don't know, man. I just
broken
turned
foot.
30 and I'm feeling it. I broke my leg skiing in
I feel just like I did when I was 23.
must be nice, Mark. Skiing in the Alps on my trip paid for by all the microtransaction money from last quarter. Somebody said so. Content streaming co said so rude, Mark. Yeah, I gotta put that one up on the screen.
Now, if you've been destroyed by
I prefer to be brutally honest over rude, but I mean, hey, teach their own.
Definitely your boy.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
why I am so excited for Stormgate. Look, it's a noob strat. I understand, all right? But
It's a
Look, that's why I love Stormgate.
Hello, fellow gamers.
StarCraft developers who are just as obsessed with as I am.
You know, no cap or whatever the slang is.
Yeah, you catch my drift, no cap.
And so, yes, I brought a little.
I want to say like that's so stupid, but I'm like we had literally YOLO. That's just as dumb.
Right, and I never said that either. I
still do.
Oh, I've never said that. Yeah, Drake is the one that popularized all that. I was not. The
Lonely Island have a really good song called YOLO. I'm sorry, that's probably one of their better.
Get out of here. Yeah, see, I don't listen to that garbage. I have some sort of
How
taste.
lame you are.
I would rather say no cap than that. Just saying. That's just me. YOLO.
Yeah,
you
man.
only live young once. That's the
it be what it be.
Motto. Even if he dunked on Sonic.
Was it new MOBA?
Yeah, Ed said, I haven't seen Mark in months. Give the man a break. This Deciphin said, I don't think you're a liar.
100% this is a MOBA.
Yeah, you did dunk on Sonic earlier. I forgot. I can't forgive you for that one. Dead ass. Dead ass, yeah. That's what he said.
Team early. Oh, so they're going to... Oh, yeah, okay. It's just a trash MOBA.
Me think of that Steam.
Just chasing League of Legends.
Where he's dressed up in kids' clothes and tried to be hip. Hello, fellow gamers. Hello. That's the one where he has the cat backwards, right?
Yeah. He's like 50 in a high school.
And now it's time to hand out the next.
Oh God.
Here are the nominees for best.
Hey, I don't need to try. I just am.
I'm 30 and I wouldn't fit in with any of them guys. I already look older than he does.
I did not pay attention to what award this was.
Yeah, I just missed that too. It looks like
pretty sure Star Wars is gonna win it though.
Oh, this is Game of the Year, isn't it?
No, it's not. Best action adventure game.
Oh, okay. Thing inside the box said, "Dude's capping for real, for real."
Well, the only award Zelda's gonna win.
Oh, Zelda won.
It's only because they weren't against Baldur's Gate.
It should have honestly pulled more than one award already with some of the categories it's been in. That the music category, man, it's got phenomenal music, orchestrated, full like legitimate music.
I wonder how many more awards we still have.
That's what I'm wondering because it's already past 10:37.
I know we got that one.
Probably like 20 more minutes, I would think, of awards. We probably got capped out to that 4 because that's what we did last year. I mean, that'd be 3.5 hours. It was, I know for sure we spent 4 hours on the stream last year, so I'm guessing they probably got it at the same time. So either 20 more minutes or
another hour and
50 minutes, something like that. God, I hope not, man. Well, if that's the case, we better have a load of good announcements left.
Start like cooking dinner on stream.
Everyone's unique approach to playing this game.
Spider-Man looks good. I bet those guys were sweating until now. The Nintendo company probably had a firing squad waiting for them if they didn't at least win something. Probably.
I don't know why they would care. The money in the bank is all you should really care about.
I feel like it's a status symbol or something. I mean, I don't. Do any of these awards matter at all?
No. Nobody watches.
None of this even matters whatsoever.
You watch for the game announcements. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I like to see the game of the year or the game that wins game of the year, but other than that, like I literally just don't care.
Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna win Best RPG.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like any of those other chances, maybe Final Fantasy had a chance. The other 3 didn't.
I don't know, dude. Sea of Stars is a phenomenal RPG.
Heard City Skylines 2 was terrible at launch.
Yeah, I don't play this game.
Hey, Nintendo's got 3 chances to win.
It's a culture thing. Blue ribbon or disappointment.
Oh, this is clearly Hot Wheels. If they don't win, it's a sham.
Yeah. Yeah, Hot Wheels all day long. F123. Like, I never even heard of that game. F120. Oh my god.
It's either going to be Baldur's Gate or Mario. Yeah, of course. Sorry, Mario. You were
how many has it won already?
Like, I think that was like the second
4 or 5? Oh, I thought it was like 4.
Oh, this one? Oh, the Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate hands down is gonna win this.
Again?
It's player's choice. This is fan vote.
This
is fan vote. It's Baldur's Gate.
It's gotta be Zelda, right?
Baldur's Gate's bigger.
How many things gonna win?
Baldur's Gate's not stuck on one console. That's the benefit it has against it, and it's a bigger, more anticipated title.
I mean, it is. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Baldur's Gate was always gonna kick out Breath of the Wild. It was gonna be a tough year for them to win again.
I mean, that's fair. I guess that makes sense.
Are we really advertising Clash of Clans right now?
Our Desmond said, "No, I hate racing games." Ed said, "Forza Motorsport rigged." Aaron Les said, "Mark is back. Missed this dude." Desmond said, "Yeah, Zelda sucks." Dang.
Are they? It took me 4 years to beat the first to beat Breath of the Wild. So
4 years.
Yeah,
bro,
I didn't play it for 3 years.
game. I was obsessed. Like I was in.
I got close to beating the first time, and I didn't play it for forever.
Dude, you don't even want to know how much time I put in the Breath of the Wild, and I'll have even more time in Tears of the Kingdom when
I put about 100 hours. Well, because when I played it the second time, I pretty much 100% of the game outside of the core.
Well, Tears of the Kingdom, if you could put 100 hours into that game, essentially, you could probably put about 5 times that in this game. It's just freaking massive. Oh, a new fighter! Or is this Guilty Gear Strive DLC?
It's Guilty Gear.
Well, yeah, I see that, but Strive came out in 2021. So.
It's probably DLC then.
I'd be down for a new game. This game is so good, though. Strive. Dude, the game's been out.
Oh, they're just re-advertising the game that's already out.
It's been out for. Oh, yeah, DLC characters. I was gonna say, game's been out for a while, man. Ooh, I like the soundtrack there.
New anime girl.
Hey, I'm down with her. I like the music.
Not enough Not enough cleavage, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't care about all that, but Guilty Gear has such stuff. Dude, Guilty Gear does. It has some of the best art style for any fighting games out there. Like, legitimately. So good.
I mean, that's what you get with the anime art style.
Yeah, they're not the only ones that do it, though. Like, King of Fighters does it really well and also had a new game the same year that Guilty Gear Strive. Huh?
They do it the best, though.
They do.
But I don't play fighting games, so...
You need. Well, I tried to get you to.
It's not a genre I like. I never will.
Oh no, the Sphere trying to recoup some of that lost money. Ooh woo. That's Mark's like motto.
Rar XD ooh woo.
Needs more upskirt. Mark, I'm glad you're back, guy. Kind comments from Mark. Nobody cares about Brandon.
Because you never left.
Stress City 4? That sounds sick. Nicotine addiction can make stress worse. Oh wow, okay.
I
Thanks
wish
for the
I
for the tobacco ad.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I gotta run to the store and buy some menthol reds or whatever cigarettes you buy.
Menthol red.
I don't know.
It's not even a thing. It's menthol or reds. You're talking about Marlboro Reds. Well, I guess it's.
You know what I'm talking about. You
know you've never been a cigarette smoker if you just said that.
Why would I want to smoke? It's a terrible habit to get into.
It's very
It's a waste of money.
I agree.
More financially than anything else.
Yeah, I don't miss that at all. These things are like $12 a pack now. Square Enix.
Creative Business Unit 3.
Was it Creative Business Unit 3? More Final Fantasy 16, so probably DLC.
Probably.
Oh, that really was a thing on there. Creative Business Unit 3. I thought you were just messing around.
I was literally reading.
I thought you were talking about the game title. It sounds like it could be like like a sort of sim or something.
Yeah, it's a same where you go in and work 12 hours at a corporation.
Dude, they have lawn mowing simulator and power wash simulator. Like they would make
trucking simulator.
Or that, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm one of those people who doesn't get it.
Who is Brandon? Aaron said, "Cigs. I don't like smokers personally." Coming in with the heat tonight.
I'm not saying there's similarities, but I dated a smoker and she was a bit of a bitch.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be the case. If like they smoke, they usually.
Actually, I said that. Like, I don't remember her name now. I don't remember her name. I'm not saying that to be a dick. Like I was sitting there thinking, like, what was her name? Like I don't remember what her name was now.
That's hilarious. It's funny because I forgot that was a person that even existed that I ever knew. She followed me on Instagram like 6 or 7 months ago and is works in
she's got a different last
an
name.
interesting profession now. I'll say that.
What if she's divorced? Oh, is she doing OnlyFans?
No.
Surprise me.
No.
You said interesting. That's just the first thing.
Yeah, well, no, that makes sense that you thought that. Because yeah. Is it weird? I like the taste of a smoker's kiss, but otherwise find the habit absolutely revolting.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's like the worst part. Ed, I can't.
Because they just smell like cigarette
buddy.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, because it like doesn't go away. It like.
I mean, you can kind of mask it, but it's always gonna be there. You just kind of get used to it.
You mask it, but like I can always. Yeah, I being a former smoker, when I quit, I absolutely hate the smell of it now.
But I know plenty of people
despise the smell.
I know plenty of people that smoke or do dip or in some form of tobacco. But I never got into it. But when they would go do their break, I'm just gonna walk with you. Like, hey, we taking a smoke break? Great, I'm gonna chill. Can Mario win this one? Probably 3.
Best game direction all day. The direction of going to the right and saving the princess. It's a great game, though. It's a great game, but direction, no, probably not. Tears of the Kingdom. game director.
Does
Yeah.
Bowser ever win? Yeah, then it would be a good game.
I mean, he has. Don't you remember the game where you go inside Bowser?
What are you talking about? I don't think that was the right game. I think you're playing an actual
Bowser's
video
Inside
game.
Story. That's what the game's called. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
I'm not Googling that.
They actually even remastered it for the 3DS.
Look, you're messing with me.
No, look it up, bro. It is a weird concept, but it's a good game.
Thank you.
Oh, dude, come on. You gotta get rid of that man bun. It does not look good. It looks terrible.
Never have, never will. I'm super sensitive to it. No thanks on this convo. Max Payne accepting another award. That is the Max Payne guy.
Actually build it. And
Oh god.
huge thanks to Remedy team.
Speaking of Max Payne, something cigarettes.
On this venture, wanting to believing it.
This guy, the man bun, definitely has smoked cigarettes or hit his mom before.
It's not a phase, Mom.
It's a lifestyle.
More than 100 people.
And the waiter at the expensive steakhouse is with him. Oh god.
I'm sorry, this cow's not mooing enough. Take it back to the kitchen.
Our world today could use a bit
Need
more
that
of
bleeding ASAP.
One other thing. Next Monday, December 11th, New Game Plus, the final draft is going to be coming out. New story content.
What?
So yeah, go play it. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know why you brought up the New Game Plus. That's just you're just replaying the game with all your same crap, and it may be harder.
Yeah, I don't know about all
That's
that. I
such
don't know
the-
why they're advertising it. It's like they make it like a some sort of
It's
big
the
like
same
extra
game.
expansion thing.
Maybe there's new
These
story, but New
days.
Game Plus is such a overhyped thing.
Yeah, I agree with
Play
that.
the same game again, except you have all your gear now at the start of the game. It's like it's one of those. I don't know. No game that I play that has New Game Plus, I want to immediately replay again.
For ourselves. We said that if we're gonna make a shooter,
I'll tell you what. I have never played a New Game Plus because when I finish a game, I can't think of a time where, at least especially now, when there's so many damn games I can't even keep up, that I want to immediately go back into the same game and replay it like right away.
Yeah.
I could see it as like a mode to come back to in a few months or something like that, but like.
you're not just a part of this.
But even then, I'm so
For
confused.
me,
with what
I
did
don't know.
before. I just go start a brand new game. I don't even bother with the New Game Plus.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never like gotten through a whole New Game Plus. I've started stuff before, but never.
There's so many games I haven't even finished. You think I'm gonna do
That's the
finish your game?
Yeah, that's no thanks. This is not for me. Sorry,
this
just
is,
got off work, everyone.
It's a racing game.
I've always thought New Game Plus was somewhat fun.
Oh no.
Is this a new racing game?
It said it looked like it was gonna be like a new Forza game. It looked like at the start.
Oh yeah, this is Forza 23. Yeah, this is
Season 1. I have no idea what this is.
What is this? This looks like a real life Fortnite. Oh, it's Fortnite 2, isn't it? What's this?
No, it's
Payday
is it-
3 DLC.
Is it that dogs game we just saw like an hour ago? That heist game?
Oh yeah, whatever that was. Yeah,
Getting the same
made by the
feeling.
Payday 3 guys or Payday guys. Oh, for the love of Christ, they
Oh, it's
lost
like-
me a
it's-
season. Yeah, I tuned out after that too.
It's in a
online only
stadium. Oh, it's a shooter game. Of course, it's gonna be.
That's my problem, man. Like, shooter games used to not be that way.
They've been like that for like a decade plus at this point. Like that's just the standard.
Yeah, that's sad. What is gaming podcast and what did I miss? Mark, you want to give him the sun?
What's it to summarize? Just a bunch of mediocre, I don't remember what game trailers that I've seen. Like half the joke is when are we gonna see
lots
Max Payne
of
4?
new seasons, lots of content for online games. There's a whole bunch of
What's that,
Fortnite collabs and
God of War's
Rocket
got a
League
new
collabs.
free DLC coming out.
Yeah, that's the best thing yet.
And somehow Zelda won an actual award. So, you know.
Should have won more than one. Getting snubbed.
Fortnite.
Ed said nothing. He missed nothing.
There's nothing that's really jumped out as far as like anticipation.
Nah, there hasn't been anything.
Collect all the TGA trophies for an XP boost. We want to help you unlock those Peter Griffin.
Bunch of like cinematic trailers for a lot of games, really.
Fortnite code. Grab the Fortnite code, Mark.
It's been on there for like a minute now. Like you
yeah,
like missed it. Like, as soon as we came back, Jeff Keighley was there.
That's funny.
Get more Fortnite crap. I played this game for like a week when it came out, and never since.
Is this more? Oh my God, they are showing more Fortnite. They've got to be a massive paid sponsor of the show. Or Epic Games has got to have a stake in this show.
Epic Games.
They have showed Fortnite. I lost count at 6
like 3 or 4 times.
I lost count at 6.
They had like a Lego crossover, like a Rocket League crossover, like.
There was way more than that. Yeah, there was.
Epic Games makes so much money off of Fortnite. It's ridiculous.
Dude, absolutely ridiculous. That's crazy.
Well, you get a Baldur's Gate trailer.
Oh, for
what?
It
came out like it came out like 3 months ago, 3-4 months ago. Like,
oh man,
you have DLC already?
Why are they? Is it literally just a trailer of the game that's already out?
I would guess. I can't imagine a DLC like less than 6 months after it came out.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's happened before with games. It's happened before, but it is awfully soon. It's
just a trailer for the game.
Oh yeah, they did announce that, didn't they? Because it doesn't have a physical right now, so it's the physical collector's edition.
I thought it
came out digitally only. Yeah, which is weird for a game of that caliber.
It wasn't broken at launch. I'll play it probably sometime.
Unlike another game, like Baldur's Gate. That Diablo 4, man, was an absolute letdown. I'll just say that.
I just thought it was.
Meanwhile, I have a giant Diablo 4 poster right here.
I got bored with the game like a few hours, like 4 hours in. I just stopped playing.
I finished what I wanted to do with the game, but I thought it was a letdown. It's been a long time since we've gotten a Diablo game, so like we should have got something good.
The story just didn't grab me. That's why I stopped playing.
Not like Baldur's Gate, no, not like Baldur's Gate. No way.
Awesome, thanks, Sydney. Well,
I put like Diablo at a 7 and Baldur's Gate at a 10.
I heard it had a bunch of other issues.
Oh yeah, microtransaction issues and a lot of bugs at launch. I'm sorry for your loss, Aaron.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, it says I hate Fortnite. My wife plays.
I mean, divorce is an option, so I don't recommend the extreme action, but you know. Any chance to dunk on Fortnite?
Hey, we do not offer legal advice on this show. That is a legality issue.
Hey, I'm single. I don't have to deal with any of that crap. And then I work with a guy who wants to have like 12 kids. So I'm like, you're insane.
Yeah, absolutely not.
He's not Catholic or Mormon, so I don't know where he gets it from, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Isn't that the joke?
she must be something.
Nah, he wants to get it. He liked the whole. They're into like the whole homesteading type stuff.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks with the 12 kids.
Making their own food and raising their own.
Yeah, that's cool.
Stuff.
That's all. That's what that with like 2 kids.
No, you need
oh my
more
God.
kids the better. It's free labor.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
I haven't played Monster Hunter since Monster Hunter World.
This is the sequel to World because this isn't the style.
It comes out in 2 years. 2025.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Why?
This
now.
Well, this is my favorite announcement so far for sure.
It might not come out in winter, but it's coming out over a year.
I like Monster Hunter Rise a lot, but I also liked what Monster Hunter World did in like simplifying the gameplay for like play, because Monster Hunter gets really in depth, like crazy in depth with the stats and the weapons. But
It's just a series I never
Rise is amazing. Rise is so good, but World is also great. So
I mean, I'm glad it's getting another game, but
oh
I
yeah,
probably
dude,
won't.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped on that one. So the Sega announcements, I can't forget about that because that was huge.
Oh, that's right.
Crazy
They're
Taxi,
remaking a handful of their popular games.
They didn't even say if it's remakes. They just mentioned they just listed the
Remaster.
Did they even say that?
That's what I got.
Remakes for the games that they listed: Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Gauntlet. Those are all like they're stellar franchises.
Reimagining.
All right, shut up.
I don't know. I have Gauntlet for the GameCube on the old collection. I don't speak Japanese.
Okay. There is a thing called Duolingo. They're not currently sponsored, but
I don't use Duolingo. There's better alternatives to that.
All right. Well, the chat one, whatever.
I mean, they're not free. You have to pay for them, but there's better alternatives out there.
In this economy, it is indeed not cheaper by the dozen.
I mean, if they're just gonna do your farm labor for you, I mean, why else help kids?
Aaron Last said, "I hate Sega." Oh, that's rude.
Sega.
is currently celebrating its 40th anniversary.
I'm just saying, Sega used to be like at the top of the video game industry, and my how the mighty have fallen.
We couldn't have done it without you.
I mean, yeah, but
the Dreamcast
did it. Dude, the Dreamcast is a phenomenal console, though. I love it.
It didn't sell well here in the US.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of like good consoles have failed here. Like, there's been a lot of that, so it's not surprising. But essentially, the original Xbox is just the Dreamcast too. Like, you can debate me all day long on that, but Sega financially invested in the original Xbox. All their new titles came to the original Xbox. Like, yeah, it's just.
Well, because they weren't going to give it to Nintendo, their direct competitor, at least for not another decade.
Well, there's the PlayStation that, and I don't know.
It was kind of like, hey, if we're going to go out, we're just going to give you all the bird and give it to the new competitor.
Yeah, all right, we have to ban Aaron, unfortunately, because Ed said so. He said ban. Hey, what's up, Mysticles? What did I miss? Mark, you want to give a summary?
Didn't we just do this?
Yeah, well, this is for another person, so we just got to summarize here.
You didn't miss anything.
Mark,
Sega, you got no Max Payne 4.
No.
God of War free DLC.
No Max Payne 4.
The rolling thing we've been doing all stream with this. Oh no, you got the new Kojima game, whatever.
Oh, yeah, Death Stranding, Walking Simulator 2.
It's OD. I assume there's more drugs involved at this time.
Yeah, it was called OD, wasn't it? Jeez, I forgot.
Nintendo only won one award.
And that's no. Mario is the first award to win. So
they got two. Zelda only got one award.
I think both Mario Wonder and Zelda should have gotten more than one award.
Against Baldur's Gate 3? Nah, it's gonna get crushed.
Well, not against Baldur's Gate. There's Baldur's Gate wasn't in every category.
Yeah, the one area Zelda won, it didn't go against Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's true. I mean, yeah.
It's action adventure, not RPG.
Right. That is a little bit different, yeah.
And the Mario one, like, it was like some kind of family thing.
Yeah, that was I forget what the award.
I'm saying whenever was it Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, and Zelda were in the same category, Zelda never won.
I really wish they'd these I don't know, these music performances I could do without.
Well, no, this is for the I think this is for the game of the year.
I literally don't care. I don't care what it's for.
They did this last year though with the game of the year.
They did, and I hated it last year too. I wish they would stop. What is
you don't like
Sega? Remember in 16-bit consoles? Yeah, I remember the Sega.
That's what they're most known for.
Aw, Mark has truly been missed. And then somebody said text green game. They put an emoji in there.
Text green game. Yeah.
Well, since I'm in restream, I can't see what it was, but Mystically said, "Game of the Year, Tears of the Kingdom."
I would bet all my money on it's Baldur's Gate 3.
I want it to be Tears, but I am almost certain it is Baldur's Gate.
I think,
which is also a phenomenal 10 out of 10 game. So, like, you know,
what I would like to know is like
completely fair.
What came in like second and third in voting on some of these things? That's what I would be curious.
Yeah, I would be too. I wish they'd give us some more info on that, but unfortunately, they don't.
Like, how big of a gap was there between Game of the Year and everybody else?
Right.
Like, what games were on there just to
Great
fill
question.
out the list, but had no chance of winning?
I would love to know all the back end details, but because all these crazy people are running the show, like, you know, we'll never get that info.
Yeah, kind of a letdown as far as game announcements goes.
Yeah, it has been.
A bunch of games that come out in like 2025.
What they just need to get. I don't know how to put this. Don't tell me about the game until it's coming out in like 6 months, a year tops. You know what I mean? Not 2 years.
Yeah, that was not a surprise.
I'm not surprised about that.
Now the whole development staff has to go up on stage and give a 10-minute long speech. What is he wearing? Oh, he's really definitely into it.
Yeah, he really is. This is method acting at its finest.
It doesn't. I don't know. Your little.
Yeah, it's a little strange there, my guy.
Too well. Yeah, I was about to say. Get a little bit bigger.
He looks very uncomfortable.
Like he's not. Like his arms are like 6 inches too small.
He can't even move them.
Thank you so much.
Like I need Art Schwarzenegger to come out and this get up.
What is gaming said? Even the Game Awards itself is terrible. External hard drive gamer said shock, and I just tuned in. And then what is gaming said? That's a disappointing choice.
They're not surprising.
Yeah, not surprising.
I think almost everybody knew it was going to be Baldur's Gate, and most people probably don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean it's a great game, so like it's deserving. I think every game in the category.
I'll let you know in July.
A few I haven't played, but of what I've heard are deserving. What is it?
I said I'll let you know in July when I actually get around to actually playing this game and doing it. Well, I had to get a new computer, and then the first game I bought with it was Cyberpunk.
You were the best.
Because I know Baldur's Gate's gonna take me like 200 hours to get through.
What is Baldur's Gate?
Probably.
Are you still playing it actively?
I haven't started yet.
Oh God, yeah.
I didn't want to play it on console when it came out. Like I wanted to play it on PC and.
Gotcha.
And there were just other games that were on my list to play beforehand, so.
That's fair. Yeah, I've got plenty that have came out this year, and I have not gotten to play yet.
Now that they've done a lot with Cyberpunk, I really like the game when I played it. It just needed to get fixed.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I
mean, I haven't gotten to play Phantom Liberty, but the 2.0 itself, like everything was highly.
I like the world,
improved.
the lore. Even though I never played the tabletop game, like there's a lot of good world building within it.
Yeah, and Edge Runners is really good, even if depressing.
Super depressing. I don't ever want to watch this again.
Well, yeah. I mean, what'd you think about the show then?
Kind of a letdown, really, as far as game announcements. Not surprised by most of the awards, but that's not why I watch it.
Yeah, I
mean,
kind
no
of a
surprise.
letdown.
Obviously, no surprise. You don't get a whole lot of Nintendo stuff, but
yeah, nothing from Nintendo really at all. We didn't get a single thing, so I think Nintendo's pretty much out on the announcement front. They're all in with Nintendo Direct and all that stuff. But yeah, it was very, very it's not great. So,
but
all right.
If you like the games that won, either they did or they didn't. But at the end of the day, it's kind of personal preference. Who cares what some award show says about games?
Yeah, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I literally do not watch for any of that. So. Announcements and
you know what? The more I think about it, there was whatever that mecha game was that we saw. I guess it seemed interesting. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh yeah, what was that called?
It looked like Gundam, but it wasn't as bad as an actual.
Yeah,
Gundam
we kept thinking it was Gundam. Like, hey, what if we got a AAA Gundam? What was that called?
It looked pretty close. I have to go back and look. I think that was the only one that I'm like, yeah, I might actually play that.
Yeah, that looked really good. The Sega announcements obviously are pretty cool because like those are all classics that haven't been touched in years.
Yeah.
God of War thing's cool, but I mean it's a free DLC. Who knows? Like you said, it might be an hour long.
I guess if you're a big Fortnite fan, you like this. You got like 2 or 3
oh my
different announcements.
god, yeah, holy crap! All kinds of announcements for that. A lot of online games though, very online game heavy. A
Online
lot of
games
that.
that are like a year plus out from coming out. It
Yeah.
seems like
2025 seems to be the pretty set
a
date. We
big
are
year for
last
games.
month of 2023, so not super shocking, but I wish they'd give us a smaller gap on the wait time, and because like at that point, I feel like you get more polished, and then you can have more to actually show and really get people hyped, and less chance of having a canceled game out there, like announcing it and getting canceled, and but yeah, I mean. For sure. Let's see what we got in comments. I 100% the base game of Cyberpunk. I am thinking about picking up the DLC. Thinking Inside the Box said. Mystically said, I still haven't started Cyberpunk. It's pretty good, question mark.
If you like that genre, the first person shooter, it's completely a different game at launch. Like the a lot of the core mechanics have changed. But I like the game at launch though. But
yeah, I mean I did
I
as
thought
well.
it was a good game. It just wasn't. It was just glitchy
Polished.
at launch. It was polish was the issue.
Mystically's also said, "Good seeing you again, Mark." So
nice being here.
Well,
sadly, I guess I was. We got no Max Payne 4 and no.
Oh god, yeah, no Max Payne.
I wouldn't expect
super
anything about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Starfield just came out. We're like another 3 or 4 years from getting our Elder Scrolls 6. It'll be like 15 years since between 2 games. It's killer.
Sounds about right. Yeah. What year do you think we're getting Elder Scrolls? 2027. Am I right?
Either 2026 or 2027. I don't know where they're at in development with the game. I'd say 4 years from now, 2027, probably be a good get.
Oh, now we're getting everybody piling in here right at the end.
Yeah,
we switched over to our faces. That's why. Thinking Inside the Box said, but we did get to see Max Payne in person. We did. Yeah, it was a fun time though, man. It was cool. Just I feel like I kind of like this the long format every now and again. I'm dead tired at this point, but yeah,
something different.
It's fun. It's fun, man. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close out the podcast live stream for the Game Awards, and yeah, we'll be seeing you guys all again soon. Thanks for hanging out, Mark. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Nice
We'll
being here.